Well, two games, two disappointing results for the Emirates Blues teams. Any changes in the side?
Yeah, the three changes. Zawar is out injured, so Ashwant comes in, and there's Shetty out as well, so I come in, and there's Matiola is out, so Sabir gets a game.
Well, wish you all the best. Do well. उस्मान भाई, अगर आप लोग टॉस जीतते तो क्या करते? फ्रेश विकेट आफ्टरनून मैच.
हम लोगों ने पहले बॉलिंग करनी थी.
एनी पर्टिकुलर रीजन? चेसिंग ज़्यादा इजी है या वैसे ही?
थोड़ा चेसिंग भी ज़्यादा इजी तो नहीं बोल सकते, लेकिन विकेट थोड़ा सा स्लो लग रहा है, तो हम लोगों को देखना था कि विकेट का बिहेवियर कैसा है.
एनी चेंजेस इन द साइड?
अनफॉर्चुनेटली आसिफ लाला की जो अम्मी जो हैं वो फोत हो गई हैं, तो उनके लिए दुआ की एक दरख्वास्त है. और जीजू इन हो गया आसिफ लाला की जगह, और फारूक है और जुनेद है. दे आर इन फ्रॉम द साइड.
वैसे yesterday's results, any hot talks?
नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं, सब ऑल कूल.
Wish you all the best. Do well. Well, there you have it. The news from the centre is Emirates Blues has won the toss and decided to field first.
So a positive start for Emirates Blues. They've won the all-important toss and they've decided to bowl first. Let's quickly look at the playing 11 for both the sides. For Fujairah, Hamdan Tahir, Hamid Khan, Harry Bharwal. Jiju comes back into the setup. Junaid Siddiqui is one player to look out for. Usman and Wasim again, the superstar. Rohan Mustafa, the all-rounder. Uzair Khan and Wasisha, the youngster. While for Emirates Blues, Alishan Sharfu, Ashwant Waltapa, quite a few youngsters in that side. Rahul Bhatia, the left-arm spinner. Rizwan CP, the captain. Sabir Rao, Sanchit Sharma gets a game today. Vishnu Sukumaran and the keeper batter, Ritya Arvind. Emirates Blues have elected to bowl first. Well, it has been a day that is something that we will all want to give a few hard feelings. It's been a sad demise of one of the players, Asif Khan. His mother has unfortunately passed away, and we can see that there's going to be a 1-minute silence from the players in condolence of that unfortunate event. Our condolences with the family of Asif Khan, and we hope that they get the strength to overcome this difficult time. Meanwhile, joining me in the box is my co-commentator, Mudassir Ali. Mudassir, welcome. Good afternoon.
A very good afternoon and welcome to all our viewers. Exciting day of cricket ahead. It's a weekend bonanza. 3 matches back to back. So Fujairah taking on Emirates Blues. They were shaken by last night's defeat against Dubai, Shoaib. It has been a wonderful performance by Dubai lads. And talking about Fujairah dugout, they have lost Abdul Ghaffar because of an injury. And as you said, sad news coming in for Asif Khan and Fujairah team as well. Now Asif Khan will no longer be a part of Fujairah. Jiju Janardhanan has been injured but is back to fill that gap of Asif Khan. So it won't be an easy tournament for Fujairah. Now they need to make sure they have the right combination if at all they want to win this tournament.
Yes, it is important as a team that you've got the right players in the right positions, as you mentioned, Mudassir, and they need to know their roles clearly. As you can see, Fujairah, they've lost Asif Khan, who was in excellent form all throughout the tournament, hit a century as well. So he will definitely be missed. Meanwhile, Emirates Blues, They've got a few changes to their side. Sanchit Sharma gets a game. He already played a game yesterday.
You were missing last night, Shoaib, but Sanchit played last night. He started off well with a maiden wicket over. Then Nayak Muhammad went after him. Talking about this match, Emirates Blues versus Fujairah. Both the team wants to get those 2 points in their kitty. It's an afternoon game, a good toss to win and bowl first.
Difficult, to be honest, as a captain to decide what you want to do. Uh, we've seen it has been a mixed result for captains winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. The first 2 days, they lost the game after winning the toss and deciding to bowl first. Early game again, so I think it's just the right call because you would want to know what you're chasing in the second inning. So, having said that, I think it's a good toss to win. Emirates Blues will feel that if they can restrict Fujairah to anything around 140, 150, they will fancy their chances of chasing it down as well.
Just a couple of minutes, match will start. It's Sanchit Mohan Sharma, I believe. He will start with the new ball. Matiullah went for the runs last night. He has been dropped. Ashwant Walthappa is back for Emirates Blues. Unfortunately, Zawar Farid got injured, and in his absence comes in Rahul Bhatia. So both the sides are still not able to find a winning combination, I would say.
Yes, forced changes because of the injuries that have cropped up, and that is a part of the tournament. You need to have a good bench strength. That's where it all boils down to. You need to have the right players waiting for their chances, and I think Rahul Bhatia, he'll be raring to go. He definitely has been around the UAE camp and in that setup for some time, and there's no better chance than to perform here today for the side. Sanchit Sharma, 13 innings, 11 wickets for him. Economy of 7.27, which is good if he, considering that he bowls in the power play overs.
The ball number one, it's Sanchit Mohan Sharma to Jiju Janardhanan. It was outside the off stump, chasing this time. It starts with a dot delivery. An interesting change. It's a Jiju Janardhanan who will be opening instead of the captain Mohammad Wasim.
Yes, you'll have to tell us what do you think about that, Jiju Janardhan opening the innings.
I think it's a right call because Wasim is short of runs, short of confidence. He hasn't shown that impact which he used to have in this team. So promoting Jiju Janardhanan with Hamdan Tahir, I believe it's a good move.
Catch it is the call, but Rahul Bhatia was way inside the 30-yard circle. That ball will roll away towards the deep point as the third fielder, Vishnu Sukumaran, cuts that off. I think it was Ashwant. Beg your pardon.
So off the mark, Jiju Janardhanan. In the first match was out for a duck. Opens up his account with couple of runs. A very strong play on the offside and a wristy, stylish batsman, Jiju Janardhanan.
Wanted to cut that. Some movement in the air for Sanchit. Bowling in the right channel as well. Beats the edge. Just a tad bit late, Jiju, on that delivery.
Completely a different surface if you compare with the other grounds or stadiums in UAE. Playing in Dubai Stadium after a long time, Jiju Janardhanan. He needs to score runs. Definitely, it won't be easy to fill the boots of Asif Khan Lala, but still they need to manage.
Flicked off the pads. There is protection in the deep square leg. Farazuddin will cut that off. Yes, they'll have to take some time out there in the middle, Hamdan and Jiju, and try to assess the pitch first. Once they've got their eyes set in, that's when they can score runs.
And these two open together a lot in the other tournaments in domestic circuit and were brilliant throughout the season, especially Giju Janardhan. He has runs under his belt. He needs to score big runs. Anything below 150, I think it will be an easy chase. Looking at the batting of Emirates Blues, they have that potential, especially Vritya, CP Rizwan, and Alishan Sharafu. Looking good, as we have seen a couple of half centuries by Vritya and Alishan Sharafu so far.
Well bowled again from Sanchit. This time he gets the outswinger for the left-hander. He's got the ability to move the ball both ways. Very smart bowler. Sanchit, not the quickest, but he's got that rare talent of moving the ball in the air.
Start off well here, Sanchit Mohan Sharma in the very first over of this innings. Just a reminder, Emirates Blues has won the toss and opted to bowl first. Drifting down towards the leg stump, wrist comes into play, finds the gap. Quick between the wickets, couple of runs has been added. Off the mark, Hamdan Tahir.
End of the over as well. After the first over, Fujairah are 5 for no loss. Jiju Janardhan as Sabirao gets a game today, and this one has been played outside off. Just a gentle push towards third. The slip was interested, Rizwan CP.
This time nicely coming onto the bat and just glided towards the third man by opening the face. And Sabir Rao's career so far in D series 20 matches, 20 innings, 28 wickets, and the economy 6.96. And he has that one fifer in his kitty. A tall left arm fast bowler.
Yes, playing for UAE, Sabirao. Meanwhile, Hamdan Tahir, a youngster coming through the ranks of domestic cricket. Flicked off the pads, nicely done again. In control, not trying to hit it too hard.
Sure, lately we have seen Hamdan coming across and playing those deliveries towards the legs, scoring most of the runs through the legs, very strong towards his leg side, Hamdan Tahir. They're managing singles and doubles. As of now, we are into the second over.
Flicked off the hips. They'll get 2 more runs.
A very risky play, Jiju Janardhan. Once again, the wrist comes into play and find the gap between fine leg and deep square leg. Couple of runs has been added. So dealings in doubles and singles. Slowly the score moving for Fujairah.
no boundaries yet. Again, flicked off the pads. He's very strong in that zone and that area. You bowl on the pads, you'll be punished. And there you go, the first boundary of the game from the bat of Jiju Janardhanan.
For number 177 in this tournament. Once again drifting towards the legs and comes in stylish, wristy shot from Jiju Janardhanan, getting his first boundary and the first boundary for Fujairah.
Sabir Rao just not getting his line right. That's much better. Very well bowled. Good comeback from Sabir. Just the right length and the line as well. Oh, on the top of off. What do you think is a good score in the first 6 overs? Looking at the wicket, Mudassir, where do you think Fujairah should be targeting? What score?
As of now, I think they'll be happy if they can manage around 40 runs for loss of 1 wicket or without loss, because they don't have Asif Lala. Forget about the surface. They need to make sure they score around 35-40 runs in the power play.
Again flicked and again played in the gap. Does well, Ashwant. They'll only manage to get 2. That'll be the end of the over as well. A good over for Fujairah. It's 15 for no loss after 2. Jawadullah has been introduced into the attack. Oh, beautifully played in the gap, nicely timed by Hamdan. Won't go all the way, but that'll definitely give him some confidence. It was right from the meat of the bat.
Straight away, change from the com box and just an over for Sanchit Mohan Sharma. Comes in Jawadullah. A beautiful looking drive.
Yes, Mohammad Jawadullah, 4 innings, 3 wickets. A promising youngster has been drafted in the ILT20, which is just about to start. Halla halla. In some time. Played up and over. Protection in the deep. That's good field placement as well, Mudassir. The third is wide. And that is just the right thing to do with the ball moving away from Hamdan Tahir.
Nicely bowled by Jawadullah. And bowling as per the field. Good tactics, I would say, by the captain of ECB Blues, CP Rizwan. Making sure the fielders are at the right place. The best part for Fujairah is they are scoring those singles and doubles on regular basis. G. Janardhan on strike.
Nicely bowled. This is the ball that troubles Jiju Janardhan, the one that comes in. And that was a very, very good ball from Jawadullah. Just the right length again and allowing the ball to move in. Sanchit Sharma just getting that 1 over. I think it's going to be a change of ends for Sanchit.
We hope so.
Well, luckily, I think what is good to see there is that Rizwan CP has not brought Farazuddin into the attack. We saw him being introduced in the second over of the game. But I think with the new ball, the fast bowlers will definitely get some purchase. Beautifully played, getting to the pitch of the ball, using his feet, and then playing it in front of square. The shot of the day so far from the bat of Jiju.
Just keep counting on 178 4 number. Quickly coming down the track and risk comes into play. A brilliant looking shot towards the onside. Very stylish and class batter. Jiu Janardhanan moves to 16. Javadullah comes in once again. On the off, and a brilliant catch has been no, it has been dropped. It was like a bullet traveling towards the fielder. Survives Jiu Janardhan. It was Captain CP Rizwan.
That was hit hard. That was hit straight to Rizwan CP. Just couldn't hold on to it, and that is a big drop. Look at that. It was hit with a lot of power and a lot of good timing on it. All Rizwan CP had to do was just grab onto that ball. Just couldn't do it. That's a big drop. And how costly is that going to be for Emirates Blues?
Drifting towards the leg, and a wide has been called, so extra has been added. Looking in good touch, Jiju Janardhanan. Straight catch. It was traveling like a bullet towards CP Rizwan. Drop chance. Survives Jiju Janardhanan.
Lucky escape for Jiju. Short ball, wanted to pull it. Doesn't get the bounce that he was expecting. And it'll be a dot ball to end the over. There was a beautiful shot, and there was also a catch drop in the same over. Fujairah, after 3 overs, are 23 for no loss. Beautifully bowled and equally well played by Hamdan Tahir. Straight to the fielder. 23 for no loss. You mentioned Mudassir, 40 is what they should be targeting. As of now, they are on their way to getting that target.
We are hoping that there will be a change of end for Sanchit Mohan Sharma. But Sabir Rao continues from far end. Gave away 10 runs in his first over to Hamdan Tahir. Comes in Sabir, coming down the track and pulled over mid wicket. Ball traveling into the stands. A maximum, first maximum of the innings.
At that pace, you can't be bowling that length. It was short and it just came on nicely for Hamdan Tahir. And he said, thank you very much. Using his feet, just pulled it and pulled it to perfection. Magnificent hit. 6 runs for Hamdan Tahir. First 6 of the game, and Sabir continues to be expensive.
I think it's needed for Sabir to have that change of ends instead of Sanchit Mohan Sharma. Slowly looking good. Hamdan Tahir getting some runs. Sabir Rao drifting towards the legs, missing the line completely. A wide has been called. Expensive so far, Sabir Rao.
Yes, I don't understand why you would stop Sanchit Sharma after we saw that he was able to move the ball in the air. Bowled a decent over. Sabir Rao, not a big mover of the ball. could have bowled as first change. He is bowling as a first change, but I think Sanchit Sharma could have got another over. Straight to the fielder, and that is it. Wicket number 1 down. Hamdan finds Bhatia, and it is Sabir Rao who strikes, gets that first wicket.
Played away from the body, and this time no mistake by the captain. CP Rizwan straight into the hands of captain and walks back Hamdan Tahir. So the first breakthrough, though he was a bit expensive, but getting the first wicket, Hamdan walks back after making 12 of just 8 deliveries with the help of one maximum 30 for 1.
Mohammad Wasim, the captain at number 3, 34 matches. Look at the score. Those runs, 1,102 runs already. Average of almost 40. 6 50s and 200s and a strike rate of 137. He is definitely a product of the D20 series, Mudassir.
It's been extraordinary if we talk about the D series, but in this edition, short of runs. And towards the off stump, went for the drive, huge appeal. Not interested, Mujahid straight away turning down.
Good ball. That's a good ball from Sabir. Just the length, very full. No foot movement from Wasim. A hesitant push. Hit the bat on the ground. Luckily, no contact with the ball as the ball thuds into the gloves of Ritya Arvind.
Star performer for Fujairah team, Mohammad Wasim, captain, on strike.
Yeah, that was a good ball again. Just the right length. And Wasim not able to get back to ball.
After that wicket looking good, Sabir Rao bowling on the right channel.
He did get some runs, Mohammad Wasim, in the T10 format, Abu Dhabi T10. Slower delivery, but this one's been called a no ball. Overstepping Sabir Rao. And that means it's going to be a free hit for Mohammad Wasim. There you go, the signal from the umpire. Could this be the ball that brings Wasim in form?
So a free hit, and sure it tends to happen with great players. There's a phase where you don't get runs and you struggle. He needs to score some runs and get that confidence. Free hit, and it's Mohammad Wasim on strike.
There you go, big hit. Waiting for it and launched it towards the mid-wicket. That's gone. Once it hits the middle of the bat for Mohammad Wasim, the result is more often than not a 6 or a 4. Free hit capitalized. 4 overs. Fujairah 37 for 1. .37 for 1 after 4 as Jawadullah continues. Left arm over the wicket. He is quick. He's got the ability to move the ball, but just a little off target on that occasion.
Trying to generate that extra pace. Well done by Vritti Arvind. Full end dive to the wrong side and definitely saving some runs for his team. Started off well here. Fujairah, though they have lost Hamdan Tahir in the previous over. Wasim getting that maximum the free hit. A good sign for Fujairah. So third man and deep backward square leg. 2 fielders. The boundary line for Jiju Janardhanan.
Swing and a miss. I think it's going to be an interesting contest between Jawadullah and Jiju and Wasim, a triple threat match. Want to see how Wasim plays against the youngster Jawadullah.
Triple threat match, you remind me of something else.
Yeah, good old days. But Jiju is on 16 of 14. He's got the start. He's spent some time out there in the middle. Short ball pulled and straight to the fielder. He has taken the catch. He calls for it. The umpires are still going to discuss amongst each other, but I think that it was a catch from Farazuddin.
Now they're checking whether he has taken it cleanly or not. It went straight into the hands, I believe, but still we need to wait for the confirmation from the on-field umpire.
That is a good ball. Just hurried on to Jiju, wanted to pull it, and there you go. The signal has been given. Jiju is walking out, and it's wicket number 2. Jawadullah strikes in his second over, and it's the important wicket of Jiju Janardhanan, who is looking strong, looking good, and was just getting into his own. Jiju Janardhanan, 16 of 15, 38 for 2 is the score. Rohan Mustafa, the new batter in, left-handed, 28 matches, experienced campaigner, 478 runs. have a big role to play for Fujairah, Mudassir.
Coming at the follow for Jiju Janardhanan. Just pitched and moved towards the leg stump, and a wide has been called. Both the batters were looking good. Hamdan Tahir and Jiju Janardhanan scoring some runs and back in the hurt.
Let's look at that wicket again, that catch. Yeah, that was a good clean catch from Farazuddin. Was dying on him, but made sure his fingers were under the ball when he took that catch. 2 wickets down, Fujairah. They've got to 40, Mudassir, but they've lost 2 wickets in the first 5 overs. Another short ball and just didn't carry to Rizwan CP at slip. Jawadullah, he's having a great time out, and he's definitely troubling the batters of Fujairah.
Young and exciting left-arm fast bowler, hitting the deck hard and getting that bounce, was not in control, just falling short of first slip. Now they are looking good, the fast bowlers of Emirates Blues, after getting those couple of wickets. Charged Jawadullah, and there's a close-in gully fielder for Rohan Mustafa.
Another short ball from Jawadullah. He's bowling with plan. He's bowling with a plan. He knows where to bowl to whom. He knows Rohan Mustafa is not very comfortable with the short ball, especially the one that is around the shoulder. And that is why you see a lot of short balls and short deliveries being used against Rohan Mustafa. Smart bowling from the youngster.
We have seen the last game as well against Abu Dhabi. He bowled a couple of Yorkers, then surprised the batsman with a short delivery and got the wicket. Very talented fast bowler Jawadullah. Coming down the track, not in control. Pressure building on Rohan Mustafa.
Using his feet, wanted to go big. Made sure he came back in the crease in time. But another short delivery. So you can see Mohammad Jawadullah, he's got a plan against Rohan Mustafa.
Rohan Mustafa, Mohammad Wasim, and the likes of Mohammad Usman, Wasi Shah. They all are short of runs. It's a good time. They score some runs and get that confidence back. A quick single taken by Mohammad Wasim and Rohan Mustafa. A brilliant over comes to an end. A couple of runs and a wicket. 5 gone, 40 for 2.
Five overs gone, 44 2, as the two UAE players are having some banter out there in the middle. Ritya Arvind and Rohan Mustafa. As a surprise change, Vishnu Sukumaran has been introduced into the attack. I think it's because of the left-handed Rohan Mustafa that they've brought an off-spinner. Bowling for the first time in this tournament.
Come on, Vishy.
Yes, definitely in this match for the first time.
For me,
Yes, for you, because you missed a couple of days matches. And a quick single, trouble. Is it a direct hit? No, survives Rohan Mustafa. A quick run responded. Not needed, but Fahad Nawaz was very quick this time. Just missing the target and hitting the bats of Rohan Mustafa.
Yeah, good throw. Just not on the target. Had that hit the stumps, that would have been a different scenario. But this is going to be interesting now. Mohammad Wasim versus Vishnu Sukumar. And the field for Mohammad Wasim, two fielders on the onside. There's a long on and a deep mid wicket. Good ball outside off, just gently guided by Mohammad Wasim towards the short third, and they'll take a single.
A left hand, right hand combination. Played with the soft hands. Those back to back wickets, now they need to build a partnership. They're not playing those aerial shots. They're taking their time. They know there's no Asif Khan Lala in this lineup. They need to work hard for those runs. Comes in the reverse shot. 7 balls, 2 runs. Rohan Mustafa. And at the other end, Wasim batting on 7. At one stage, they were going almost 9.5 per over. Now that slowly that run rate coming down. Good bowling by ECB, building that pressure on the batters.
Brings out the sweep this time, and he's hit that nice and clean over Rahul Bhatia at square leg. That was hit hard and flat, and the result is 6 runs.
Maximum 6 number 86. Going down on one knee, and unbelievable. Look at that, how it traveled so quickly towards that deep fine leg. A maximum 8 runs so far. The last delivery of the power play. Onto the back foot, but straight towards mid off. Yes and no. So with the dot delivery, over number 6 comes to an end. 48 for 2.
So many tips in his hand. It's okay.
Rahul Bhatia, 18 innings, 17 wickets, economy of 7.15. Is he playing for the first time today, Mudassir? No, he's playing his second game.
Just a break.
Man,
Shoaib Ahmed had
one day I've not come and things have changed drastically.
a left arm orthodox spinner. That is an attacking field. Not giving those easy singles. Fielders closing. Short covers. Ashwant Walthappa onto the back foot. Nicely bowled, slow in the air.
He's getting some turn, Rahul Bhatia, and that is what his strength is. on any wicket. He does manage to get some revs onto the ball. Nicely played, driven towards long off. There is protection. Will only be a single, but again, the kind of shot Mohammad Wasim plays, we know that he is in form on that day. That was beautifully driven.
Was in control while playing that shot. Single. Good tactics, getting that left arm orthodox and longer side boundary for Rohan Mustafa on the leg side. Short mid wicket in place for Rohan Mustafa. Well bowled, young man, keeping things in control. 49 for 2. There's come the sweep towards backwards.
That's good. And that is the biggest six that I've seen in this tournament.
Yes, you are right at this time. So 7 overs, 56 for 2.
Oh, Vishnu. 45, 45. Still, 45. जा. जल्दी आ please. थोड़ा बाकी है please. हाँ? Okay. Over का नहीं मार. जा Vishi. Vishi, आप please. Very sorry, आप please. Vishnu continues 8 runs in the first over. What a six that was, and that was not in control, Mohammad Wasim. He was off balance when he played that shot. Cut, but straight to the point fielder. This is good bowling from Vishnu. He's bowling with a plan. Now, for Rohan Mustafa, the onside is a shorter boundary. And that is why you see Vishnu turning the ball away and also bowling that length outside off.
Back to back dot deliveries.
Keep talking your fellas, come on boys.
Making sure that he keeps the ball on the off stump.
Ashwat.
A fumble and last they got that single. Yes and no. Off strike Rohan Mustafa.
That was a good diving effort. Nice, Vishi. Covers. But they still managed to get a single. The score is looking good for Fujairah. 57 for 2 in their 8th over is not a bad start. They've lost 2 wickets. That's a concern. But they've still got Usman in their playing 11. Catch is the call. It's not been timed well. There is a fielder underneath it and will take it comfortably in the end. Wasim, again, a failure for him after hitting a 6. Has to walk back, and that is a big wicket for Vishnu Sukumaran.
Trying to go for that maximum. And also trying to clear that longer side of the boundary. Not middled it properly. And a well-judged catch taken by Aditya Shetty. Vishnu Sukumaran, the captain, trusted him and he got the big fish. Wasim walking back after making just 14 of 9 deliveries. In bit of bother here. Rohan Mustafa not at all happy. It's 57 for 3.
Allah, 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 Allah.
In comes Wasi Haider Shah, a young lad, 14 matches, 232 runs, strike rate of 104 and 63, best to his name. 250 so far in the D series. Vishnu Sukumaran into his second over. The dot delivery pushed towards point region. They have got that wicket, and just a single has been conceded so far in this over by Vishnu Sukumaran. Nicely played on the back foot, punch towards long on. That's the end of a successful over by Vishnu Sukumaran. 8 gone, 58 for 3.
Wasi Shah, the new man in, number 3, after 3 down, 3 wickets for Fujairah. And the danger man Wasim is back in the hut.
Top 3 in the hut for Fujairah. Well bowled and equally well played by Haider Wasisha.
Well bowled again, 3 dot balls on the trot from Rahul Bhatia.
This is where they are very good ACB Blues after picking up Wasim's wicket. They're bowling tight lines and not giving easy singles. Taking a thick outside edge of Haider Wasisha, not in control, but still he manages a single.
Yeah, now they'll be able to put some brakes on that run scoring. Rahul, just 1 run in his 4 deliveries so far. Rohan Mustafa is on 10 of 14. Wasi is off the mark, but with a slow start. Just the time for Emirates Blues to put some more pressure. That's it.
Yes, if they can get one more fielder inside the 30-yard circle. See, there at the short mid wicket, you need to have a fielder. Put that pressure on Rohan Mustafa. Stop those singles. They have got 3 wickets on the back foot, Fujairah. The combination is not working. They tried a couple of changes in each and every match, and clearly they are missing the services of Asif Khan Behrooz.
Nicely played, cut. That will be a single to end the over. Good over from Rahul Bhatia, 3 runs off it. 9 overs, 61 for 3. 61 for 3 after 9 overs. Dot balls, a lot of dot balls, Mudassir. They need to look for singles, keep the scoreboard ticking.
Stepping down the track with an ease, clears that longer side of the boundary. A brilliant shot under pressure, out of nowhere. Haider Vasisha getting that maximum.
Well, he was anticipating that length from Vishnu. And look at that, he just came out dancing down the track and hit that nice and clean over long on. Beautiful hit from Vasisha. You don't need singles if you can hit sixes the way Vasisha can. Has been in great run of form in the last few seasons. Nicely played again. This is smart batting, 6 and then a single.
Vasisha and Rohan Mustafa plays together in the domestic circuit, the same team. Maximum and sensible piece of batting by the young lad Vasisha, picking up that single, rotating the strike. Quick run, sluggish in the field, CP Rizwan. Yes and no between Rohan and Vasi, but at the end they managed to get that single. 8 runs so far. Vasisha run a ball 10. Vishnu Sukumaran into his third over. Nicely played by the young lad. Once again waiting for that ball, going on the back foot and using his wrist. He's making sure after that maximum singles comes in. Keep rotating the strike. Haider Vasisha.
Cut and cut well in the gap as well. Beautiful shot from Rohan and complete control. And what a way to end the 10th over. Rocked on the back foot and got 4 runs. 10 overs, 74 for 3. Just the right time to introduce a change in the com box. It's going to be Abdur Rahman Tariq and Ahmed Khwaja.
Well, thank you very much, Shoaib Ahmed. The action begins on the 13th of January, the first edition of the ILT20, live and exclusive from the Dubai International. 3 venues across the UAE: the Dubai International, the Abu Dhabi Cricket Stadium, the Zayed Stadium, and of course, the Sharjah Cricket Stadium as well. And Abdurrahman, 74 for 3. This match is very evenly poised.
Yes, absolutely. Good afternoon to all the viewers and to you as well, Ahmed Khwaja. 74 for 3. Both the teams just hanging in there. Fujairah finally getting a move along in that 10th over, beg your pardon. But they've taken 3 wickets, Emirates Blues, and they know they're a couple of wickets away from a very long tail.
Beautiful back cut there from Wasi. Was looking slightly watchful there, running for 2. Oh, that's brilliant. Rahul Bhatia not amused with his deep cover fielder. That was slightly lazy.
Well, that was Fahd Nawaz, one of the better fielders in the Emirates Blues team. Haider Wasi Shah just spotted that slight fumble. The key here was pushing hard for that first run, waiting for that fielder to do a mistake.
Top stuff there. Good intent from the youngster. Big shot towards mid-wicket. Just over the fielder. It was a risky shot, but it's paid dividends with 4 runs.
Well, I have to say, Farazuddin, that's very disappointing because that is the shorter side of the boundary. You have to be at the edge of the rope. No need to be a few yards in. Makes sense on the other side.
Calculated risk, and he was confident enough that he cleared him. That's a brilliant effort. That would have been a Ben Stokes from Farazuddin, one of the finest young fielders in the UAE. And given as 4, yes. But before we get into the game, of course, there was some very sad news earlier this morning. Our sincerest condolences to Asif Khan, aka Lala, on the passing of his beloved mother. Could not participate in the game today, and he's actually heading back home on a 6 p.m. flight. It's a big family here, the UAE domestic scene, all the cricketers, match officials, commentators alike. So we share the happiness and the pain of Asif Khan.
Yeah, well said. At the toss as well, Usman mentioned that and asked for prayers.
Rohan Mustafa goes downtown. That was right out of the screws. Maximum.
Well, they seem to be charged, the Fujairah lineup. They've been a bit bogged down in the past few games, not their free, high-scoring self, Fujairah. Rohan Mustafa into the side, his second game. And he's taken his time, settled in now, but he will target the left-arm spinner.
That's another top-tier maximum, a TTM. Wonderful strike. Look at that glorious footwork from Ronnie. And he's been coming back into some form as well. Got that confidence after making that 50 for the national side in the tour of Nepal. So good to see him contributing with the blade. Oh, reverse. Has it hit the pad? Bit of a bottom edge. Very, very close indeed. An entertaining over comes to an end. 13 off it. Let's take a look here. It was the quicker one. Yeah, I think he got a bottom edge there for sure. Umpire Shiju Sam walked away quickly. 87 for 3. Well, let's share some fun facts from Dafa News. In 1955, in a match against Worcestershire, Robin Maller had to bowl 3 consecutive deliveries in a single over with 3 different balls, as the first 2 were lost after being hit outside the ground. Well, I know that feeling. We've seen that in the UAE domestic scene.
Absolutely. Sharjah Cricket Stadium, the culprit of such a situation. That ball, when it goes out, goes onto the road.
Really add a lot, these fun facts. Oh, chipped in the air, but there's nobody at mid-on. And Farazuddin introduced pretty late in the game, considering the spell he bowled last night.
Well, Vishnu Sukumaran did the damage, caught Mohammad Wasim out, so that was a good move. Probably would have been a better idea to continue with him. But they brought in Farazuddin against Rohan Mustafa with the shorter boundary on the leg side.
5 wickets in D20 so far for him. Slightly expensive. But it's early days just yet. Meanwhile, Rohan 22 of 19. Nicely bowled on the money. The running between the wickets has been very fluid. These two are club mates, Ronnie and Wasisha, so they should know each other's tendencies, and they have to run hard between the sticks when you're batting with Rohan Mustafa.
And even the bowler, all of them in the same club. A wicket keeper as well, Mritya Arvind.
Well, there you go. Like we mentioned, it's all one big family here in the UAE cricket scene. Everybody are club mates, teammates, all over the 7 Emirates. And so far, it's been a good batting effort from Fujairah. They must be stinging after that loss to the team Dubai.
Yes, they're setting a base for the likes of Hamid Khan, Mohammad Farooq and Uzair.
Sliced away behind point. There is protection. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of power hitters to come. And Emirates Blues, they need to get back to winning ways as well after that shock defeat to Abu Dhabi. Only singles in the over so far. But was he certainly looking to be positive, using his feet. I like that approach.
Yeah, just got a good measure of the wicket, Haider Wasi. And that's 6 over mid-wicket. Just helping him cut loose now. 21 of 18 for him. Rohan Mustafa 24 of 21. Better than a runner ball, and that's what they need in a partnership.
Yeah, it has been challenging batting on these tracks. They've offered turn, they've been slightly slow, dual paced. Meanwhile, all singles from the over, 93 for 3. A wonderful, crisp, early afternoon here. It's a triple header Friday for you. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 6 teams in the D20 are in action. So it's going to be a long and exciting day for us as well. And that is the real gauntlet of the tournament of Durman, when everybody is in action.
Yeah, these 3 days are going to set up the table nicely. Everyone playing on each day. No rest in the middle as well, as you were mentioning just in the break. Some stiff bodies.
Well, you can rest in your grave, Abdurrahman. It's all about the D20 title for me. Rohan Mustafa off to a start. So is Wasi. Can they get a big 50 here? Can they propel that score to 160, 170 plus? Jawadullah, left arm speedster, back into the attack. He's been mighty impressive in the D20. His rise to fame has been very prominent. Oh, he's cut him in half. How has that missed the off stick?
Oh, very well bowled. Jawadullah coming in for his second spell. And a thumbs up from Rohan Mustafa.
Look at that nip off the surface. It was the off cutter. Brilliant take by Vritti as well. And this boy, well, he's already knocking on the doors of national team selection, isn't he, Abdurrahman?
Yeah, he's very young. Still very raw. And in the right hands with the right coaching staff behind him, he's going to be a treat to watch, Jawadullah.
Super exciting find. Just glided down to deep third. Good intent from Rohan. Ran the first one hard. Yeah, when you have the likes of Robin Singh and of course our strength and conditioning coach Azharuddin Qureshi watching over him, he'll get fitter, he'll get leaner, and he'll get quicker.
Yes, absolutely. And also the likes of Zahoor Khan and Junaid Siddiqui in the camp, helping out the youngster, giving him advice. Both of them international pedigree, franchise pedigree as well.
Oh, absolutely. We'll be seeing them in the T20 alongside the likes of CP Rizwan, Fahad Nawaz, Ronak Panoli, Colonel Zahid in there as well. Watchfully played. And you can see he's hitting the bat really hard when he puts it pace on.
One of the better bowlers for the Emirates Blues in this tournament so far, Jawadullah. Interesting, Rizwan CP turns to him every time he wants to get a breakthrough or when the run scoring is a bit too quick. A lot on those young, fragile shoulders.
And he doesn't take the new ball immediately. He comes in about the third or fourth over, so perhaps he's not quite comfortable with that prominent seam just yet, but super effective. And of course, has that gift of pace. Down the leg side. Just got it wrong there.
That leg side wide from Jawadullah, we've seen that so many times. The ball keeps swinging away. And Vritta Arvind has learned this time that you can see, even though he's wrong footed, he knows exactly where that ball is going. Very tricky for the wicket keeper.
Yeah, that went yards. Just when that seam hits the pitch and shapes towards fine leg or first slip, he'll get moving away. We've seen that happen time and again. Back of a length this time. He was thinking about it, pleading to the leg umpire, but not given. One for the over. Umpire Shiju Sam, international umpire for the UAE. We saw him recently in the Asia Cup qualifiers in Oman. Been a steady over so far from Wasi. Pardon me, Jawadullah. Wasi is facing. Oh, lovely back cut. That is racing away to that deep third. But he was smartly on the move, and that's excellent fielding, keeping them to one.
Scoring moving along steadily. Just the 3 runs in the over so far. What will Rohan do here now? Does he go for that boundary? Try to make this a big over.
Young Ashwant Valthappa, usually a wicketkeeper by trade, but he's fielding out at deep third, putting in the hard yards in. Of course, Vritia is the #1 wicketkeeper of UAE. So naturally, he will be expected to don the gloves. And Sanchit Sharma, his comeback spell will be very crucial. A couple of quiet overs here for Fujairah. They will be slightly concerned. Steps out. And smart thinking from Vritia. Oh, they've stolen one. Well, you might be clever, but the wily old fox Rohan Mustafa is much smarter than you, Vritia. Fantastic opportunism. 97 for 3. Farazuddin, this time coming in from the far end. Let's see how he goes about it. Long off, long on, deep cover, deep mid wicket and a deep square. Orthodox spinner's field. Oh, that's a peach of a delivery. So he is getting some response from the surface. And Vritia, with that pleading look to the leg umpire. Let's go upstairs for a TV review.
Rohan Mustafa just picked up the bails, put them back on as if nothing happened. Gonna go get a sip of water. Oh, that's close. That is. No, he's in. He is in. Didn't lift that back foot. Rohan Mustafa, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, for a microsecond it was elevated, but safe enough in the end. But a good delivery to start from Farazuddin. He's definitely getting some purchase from this end. Turning the ball away from the left-hander. And Alishan Sharafu is currently at fine. No, he's in the right position. That's what I wanted to say. He's in a catching backward point. Good attacking field set. That's what I wanted to suggest. Reverse comes out, and there he is, just popped up towards him.
Well, he's going to be a bit creative from here now, Rohan Mustafa. Played a few dot balls, very unlike of Rohan.
Yeah, they're
Usually-
certainly tempting him, pardon me, Abdur Rahman. They want him to play that shot, reverse it, or look to slash it behind point. Ooh, quicker one. And he's bowling at a good pace as well.
Yeah, this is a big battle. Farazuddin so far on top. Not a lot of turn, but enough to beat the bat.
Trying the reverse, but just a bottom edge or off the pad. Big chase for Ali Shan. They will pick up two. He's gotten slightly bogged down here, Rohan. It's been good spin bowling so far. And that introduction of Jawadullah really shook things up as well.
Yeah, that one over, just breaking the momentum. Haider Wasi Shah and Rohan Mustafa were hitting boundaries before that. And now Farazuddin, 3 dot balls, and then a very risky reverse hit. Just the 2 runs.
And then you have experienced pacers like Sabir Rao and Sanchit to come in at the death. Well, that struck him pretty straight, but I think it pitched outside the line. They will scamper for leg by 100 up. Not as quick as Fujairah would have liked, but it's still a pretty decent platform.
Big appeal from Farazuddin, but I think there's a lot of bounce on the wicket as well. We saw Rohan Mustafa missing a couple of those cut shots and them going over the stumps. I don't think you're going to get an LBW unless it's very full.
Yeah, it's a fresh pitch today. Drilled straight, but there is a long off in position. So a very good over from Farazuddin, keeping it tight. 101 for 3. So yet more trial by spin for Fujairah. Rahul Bhatia reintroduced into the attack from the com box end. Heavy leg side field, deep mid wicket, deep square, long on. And of course the wideish long off and a deep cover more towards extra. So don't allow the cut shot and try to challenge him on the leg side. That's what CP Rizwan wants Fujairah to do.
Oh, slight change now. Shutting down that cover drive as well. I think the ball is going to be quite full from Rahul Bhatia.
That armor onto the pads. I think he showed it a bit too early in the over. It should have set him up for it.
Yeah, Rahul Bhatia. One of those rare left arm spinners that turns the ball quite a bit. And then that arm ball coming in. But this is the challenge right here with the left-hander on strike.
Yeah, Rohan Mustafa is certainly going to have a dip. He's eyeing the square leg. In fact, he's staring right at him. I'm coming for you. 28 of 30, so he has just decelerated a bit. And there he goes. Bang! Over that square leg. Has it gone for 6? Yes, it has.
Yeah, he was itching for that shot, wasn't he, Rohan Mustafa? And he knew this is the right time now. The left arm spinner bowling to him. It was the bigger boundary, but he doesn't care. He's cleared it with ease. And a crucial 6 here for the Fujairah.
Well, I think this was a mistake. Jawadullah had them under pressure. You could have bowled him out here. Instead, reintroducing spin. You know they're going to go hard. And I think it might have been a slight strategic error. There he goes again. It's another 6 over cow corner. Rohan Mustafa.
While the Rizwan CP's tactics just a little amusing at this stage. Bringing in the left arm spinner against Rohan Mustafa. When he's settled in, when he knows what the wicket is doing, just don't make a lot of sense. You have the options. You have Sanchit. You have Sabir. You have Jawadullah.
Fantastic strike. Huge 6. 40 of 32 now for the Warrior. And this time it's slightly flat over extra. Big work for the long off, and he won't get there.
Well, this time going on the offside, Rohan Mustafa, our very own 360.
Look at that, just slicing it off the toe end of the bat, but that bat swing had a lot of speed on it. So Rahul Bhatia under the cosh here. How does he respond? Oh, reverse bottom edge. Big chase for the short third, Jawadullah. Touch and go, and it will go.
Well, in the afternoon, the outfield much quicker. It's dry. And that's raced away. Didn't get a good connection, but enough, just enough to help that ball to the boundary. 20 runs of 4 deliveries. What an expensive over this from Rahul Bhatia.
He was literally 28 of 30 about 2 minutes ago. Now he's nearing his 50. Just flipping a switch. And that is the quality of a champion player like Rohan Mustafa. He recognizes the situation. This time drilled straight to that long on. He'll keep the strike. Advantage for Fujairah. 123 for 3. Well, further spin. Farazuddin. And it's not been middle. Long off. Not getting there. Not getting there. And that will be 50 for Rohan Mustafa. He's had to grind. He's had to earn it. But he's got it to his name. Well played, champion.
Aditya Shetty had long off. A valiant effort, ran in from a long, long way back. But what a knock from Rohan Mustafa. 51 of 36 deliveries.
4 fantastic sixes in that. Quicker one just tucked onto the leg side. I think he's slightly tired here. Been running super hard between the wickets. So I think Wasi has to recognize the match situation and look to go after Farazuddin.
No, I think he's going to take that personally, Ahmed Khwaja. He never gets tired, Rohan Mustafa.
Well, he is about 35 now. And he's played thousands of cricket matches, maybe hundreds of thousands. But still a stupendous performer. Pulled away, not out of the middle, but it will be a big chase. Oh, misfield! And has it been conceded by a boundary? Rohan Mustafa lost his bat, lost his gloves, lost almost everything there.
Rohan Mustafa with the gloves in his hand. That's one thing I really don't like about his running. He doesn't wear them when he's running between the wickets. Good looking shot there. And very poor fielding in the end by Vishnu. That's very poor. Very high standards set by Emirates Blues. And is that a boundary? Yes, I think it is. I think that has touched the ropes. Good effort there from Aditya Shetty. But I think that is going to be called for.
I'm convinced, but we need to get confirmation. Very casual effort there from Vishnu Sukumaran. And good work by our camera crew as well. Yes, that is definitely a 4. Valiant try from Aditya. Yeah, that's the frame. He's guilty, Your Honor.
And Vishnu was just thinking, please, Aditya Shetty, save that from hitting the rope. I don't think he's managed it in the end. Yes, just there. You can see that finger is on the rope.
There you go. Confirmation from umpire Mujahid Aziz. And that will frustrate CP Rizwan. 27 of 24 now. Can Wasi do a Ronnie and capitalize? The matchup does suit him, but it is the bigger boundary on the leg side, Abdurrahman.
Yes, and again, the fielders just a few yards up. And I don't think that makes a lot of sense when two batsmen are set. They're going to hit the ball very hard. It's not going to land a few yards short of that boundary if they connect.
What a wonderful frame. Master and apprentice. Rohan Mustafa, the aging lion, and the young cub, Wasisha. You love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Heather Vasisha has improved leaps and bounds under the mentorship and captaincy of Rohan Mustafa at domestic level. He's backed him, Rohan Mustafa, even in this Fujairah side.
Yeah, he's surrounded by the Galacticos of UAE, but still standing out. Big shot by Wasi. He hasn't connected and taken at long on, is it? It's been dropped once again. What is going on with the Blues this afternoon?
Again, it's Aditya Shetty. He's at long on, and I think he's lost sight. Just a little bit of sun peeping out from that part of the ground. There you can see, there, just there, he's lost it. Has he gotten hit on the face?
Oh, that might have nailed the young man. Don't want to ruin his looks. And well, there's a certain thing called sunglasses, Abdurrahman.
Well, now they're making the change. Vishnu Sukumaran, the man with the sunglasses, was standing in the shade. Aditya Shetty was standing in the sun. I think he's walking out as well. I think he's gotten hit on the face really bad.
Yeah, and the physio is out there for the Blues as well. Hopefully, the young chap will be all right. Fun and jokes apart, that is a very serious injury. Yeah, just taken a blow to the left side of his cheek, maybe. Well, we're just waiting confirmation if whether it's a 6 or a 4. Meanwhile, Aditya has just crossed the boundary rope to consult the physio. Let's take a look here, Abdurrahman. Ouch. Ouch. Well, we have to look at the ball currently. And it's to the right of your screen. Yeah, that's a big 6. Easily a 6. So, adding salt to the wound. Maximum. And just the way they wanted to capitalize on the spinners. They wanted Wasi to attack, and he's done that.
Well, what should have been 2 runs and a wicket have turned into 10 runs of 2 deliveries.
Trying to drag this towards mid-wicket. Yeah, he's up and about though, Aditya. Just looks slightly dazed. Hopefully he'll be all right.
Yeah, those tend to hurt a little bit more as the day progresses. You need to ice it quickly.
Yeah, ice it up, son. Certainly, otherwise it swell up big time. Outside edge. Big chase for Ali Shan once again. He will rein it in. But these 2 overs of spin have really shifted the momentum of the game. 139 for 3. Expensive over from Farazuddin. Jawadullah back into the attack for his final over, but is it too late, Abdurrahman?
Well, they've conceded almost 35 odd runs in 2 overs. And very difficult to recover from an onslaught like that. 14 runs in 3 overs for Jawadullah.
You're trying to force it on the leg side. He's a bit too quick for that. When you have a bowler of this high pace, you have to look to deflect the ball rather than overpower it.
But he's done the right thing though, Wasi. Just given Rohan Mustafa the strike back. I tell you what, those 2 fielding lapses has given Rohan Mustafa enough time to catch his breath, take a breather. It took time to decide whether there was 4 or 6.
Yeah, even though he is a super duper fit, it is very difficult to run hard for 20 overs straight. 54 of 38 for Ronnie. Oh, he sliced this over backward point all the way for 6.
Well, he's using the pace this time, opening the face, going over point for a maximum. We're told that he is the man in the UAE, Mr. 360. What a shot.
Incredible. We'll struggle to see a better shot than that throughout the triple header Friday. And just as I had mentioned, use the pace of the bowler against him. That is exactly what Rohan did. Well, Sabir Rao, he's become a spectator.
I think he wants to sit down. On
I
one of
think
those
that's the
chairs.
right idea.
Just sit down and watch from outside.
89 added off just 52 deliveries. What a role reversal. And yeah, they deserve a bit of a drink. Get some H2O in there. Fantastic partnership. Well, although Jawadullah is smiling, he needs to come back in this over. 4 deliveries to go. 10 sixes in the innings already. Wow.
35 dot balls, 35 singles. They've been running between the wickets well, these two. But the boundary count has just gone up dramatically in the last 3 overs.
Yeah, and if the pitch is playing like this at early afternoon, I think we can expect plenty of runs, especially under lights. When that outfield gets slick, the pitch tends to just quicken up a bit. So this is perfectly set up for some fireworks throughout the day at the D20. Meanwhile, 60 of 39. Jawadullah under the pressure of Rohan Mustafa. He belts it. He belts it for a maximum. How are you doing this, Rohan Mustafa?
Well, that's a baseball hit. That's a home run. Unbelievable batting, unbelievable hitting by the southpaw. Rohan Mustafa, back-to-back sixes against the best bowler of Emirates Blues, Jawadullah.
Incredible striking. That is D20 cricket at its best. That is Rohan Mustafa at his best. Wow. 13 runs off the first 3 deliveries. And what is the plan B? What is the plan C, D, maybe even E and F?
A change of ball. We were talking about that stat. 150 up for Fujairah. We were talking about that fun fact. Well, that's ball number 2 coming out. Can we see ball number 3 as well?
Brilliant striking, clean hitting all over the park, down the ground, over point, over cow corner, mid wicket, long on, you name it. And Rohan Mustafa has sent a white souvenir there. If you want to collect some cricket balls, come to the Dubai International. 1 hit away from a century partnership in brilliant time. And was he just consoling Farazuddin? He's like, mate, that's Rohan Mustafa for you. There's nothing anybody can do. He's that kind of a cricketer. Right then, Jawadullah, can you stand up to the challenge? Oh, sliced over point once again. Rohan Mustafa is literally on fire.
I think it's a hat-trick of sixes. I think that has gone over the rope. Jawadullah, well, this is one of the tests in your young career. Bowling to the man, Rohan Mustafa, in his peak form.
Just slightly too full. And using the pace against him once again. Umpire Shiju Sam will make the call. I certainly missed it. Just saw a streak of white flying into the stands. It does feel like a 6 though.
I'll just give it a 6. He's deserved it, Rohan Mustafa. That shot deserves a 6. What a counter punch. What an innings. He was less than a run a ball just before that Rahul Bhatia over.
Well, I think CP Rizwan will be wondering why. If only I had not gone to spin at that stage when Rohan was looking to cut loose. Let's keep an eagle eye on this one. I think that's a flat 6, but we just need 100% confirmation.
Oh, it's a case of the invisible ball here. Can you see it? I can't see it. I don't think the fielder spotted it.
Maybe we can compromise and shake hands at 5. You say 4, I say 6. We go for 5.
Even Shiju's got a big smile on his face. They can't see the ball. Oh, he's giving it his more. Oh, what an anticlimax in the end.
Well, they've still taken 17 off the over. Jawadullah's figures taking a hammering. 70 of 41. Incredible. He was 28 of 30 a couple of overs ago. On bang over the covers for 6. What is happening here at the D20?
Well, Rohan Mustafa has removed all doubt from this 6. No need for a replay. No need for the third umpire to confirm anything. What a hit. This time over extra cover off the back foot.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I have to pick up my jaw from the floor. 166, a disputable 4, and then a 6. Way into the stands. This is glorious hitting from number 90 of Fujairah. Remember the name, Rohan Mustafa.
Jawadullah, well, he wants to get out of this over quickly without conceding another boundary.
Well, good luck to him. Oh, he's missed. Well, what an eventful over comes to an end. A Rohan Mustafa masterclass. 162 for 3. ...105-run partnership of just 56 deliveries. So they've added 105. Wow, in just over 7.5 overs, 8 overs, 9 overs. My maths has gone haywire. I've just been knocked senseless by this brutal hitting of Rohan Mustafa. And now, more pace being introduced. Sabir Rao coming in from the far end. But it feels too little too late here, Abdurrahman.
Well, the one question I have is, where is Sanchit Sharma? He's only going to bowl 2 overs in his spell.
Back cut, and Wasi does exactly what the game plan is. Feed the strike to the beast.
Yeah, the shorter leg side boundary with the left arm fast bowler. Sabir Rao usually gets the ball in to the left-hander.
Well, we've seen 1 century in the D20 already. That was from Asif Khan Lala. And I don't want to put it out there in the universe, but I think we'll have to. Can we see Rohan Mustafa? He's 24 runs away. There's plenty of time.
Well, he'll need just 1 over the way he's batting. Already got 20 runs in the last over.
Let's take a look at the field for you then. Long on. Mid-off is up. There is a deep cover, deep point as well. Short man and third are up. Fine leg is up as well. There's a deep square leg.
Oh, the ramp shot's coming out. The ramp is going to come out here.
Oh, well bowled there. Wide Yorker, Sabir. Well, it's a very tough field for him. Let's see if he can pull it off.
Yeah, Rohan Mustafa was walking across his stumps. But Sabir Rao knew exactly what he wanted to do. That wide Yorker executed perfectly.
Well, there's some changes made now. There's a long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, deep cover and deep point. Third and fine are still up. Extra cover is in the ring. And the square leg is in the ring as well. So everything in front. Oh, it's gone straight up. Vritti Arvind settling, and he takes a safe catch. But what an innings from the perennial champion Rohan Mustafa. Outstanding knock.
Absolutely. But you have to say, very well bowled Sabir Rao. Again, sticking outside off stump, sticking to the plan and executing it perfectly. Wide outside off stump, slower delivery, rolled his fingers on it. And a good catch in the end by Vritya. Fujairah losing Rohan Mustafa, but not losing momentum. 76 of 45, 7 sixes, 4 boundaries with a strike rate of 169. Fujairah 163 for 4.
Mohammad Usman coming in after the fireworks show from Rohan Mustafa. Fujairah sitting in the box seat. Still 2.5 overs to go. Fabulous record in the D20. That strike rate, well, I'm absolutely shocked to see it's only 105. He is certainly a better player than that. Chipped in the air, but there is nobody at mid-off. So Sabir Rao bowling beautifully here with those off-cutters.
Yeah, absolutely. He's pulled it back nicely. What does Hyderabadi Shah do here now? He has to take the role of the aggressor. Usman just walking in. Not an easy wicket to come in and start hitting from ball 1.
Well, if he reads that slower ball, he can pummel it over extra or behind point. I think challenging the leg side boundary will be difficult. And he's very good on those square shots on the offside. Still has a long off and a long on. Or maybe even the scoop over the fine leg could be an option. Pulls it away. There is protection. And I don't think the running between the wickets will be as rapid now with Usman.
Oh, yes, just walking in now, Usman. He has one more delivery in this over. 165 on the board already. They need to get to that 180 mark to feel confident for Fujairah.
And a few overs ago, we were saying, can they get up to 160, 170? Well, they'll go well beyond that. Big full toss. Not capitalized. Squeezed away. And this has been a very good comeback over from Sabir Rao. He's provided some modicum of control and only conceded 4 runs, and the priceless wicket of Rohan Mustafa, 166 for 4. Well, those are our broadcast and streaming partners of the MazzaPlay.net Emirates D20 2022, powered by FanCode. Of course, you can watch ball by ball action live on FanCode in India, and the YouTube and Facebook pages of CricTracker. It's an ITW Prodigy and TPT 360 production for the Emirates Cricket Board. And well, I'm sure a lot of his fans were watching that blitzkrieg from Rohan Mustafa on FanCode and CricTracker. They would have enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, he has a big fan following outside of UAE as well. A home favorite of Nepal. Rohan Mustafa. I'm sure they were all tuned in.
Oh, well, he's an absolute legend in terms of associate cricket. Sanchit Sharma into the attack. Only 1 over in the innings. Baffling tactics here from the Blues, to be very frank.
Well, I think, I'm not very sure, but I think Sanchit Sharma is carrying a bit of a niggle. And maybe just saving him, because they do have an under-19 series going on with the English under-19 lads. So maybe just taking a bit care of him. He's still young. They don't want another injured fast bowler on their roster, Emirates Blues.
Well, that certainly makes sense, but then you don't play him back-to-back matches. They literally played until midnight yesterday evening in that match against Abu Dhabi. Big full toss, not capitalized. Should have looked to slice it behind point. Once again, there is a deep point for Wasi. They're pushing for 2. Oh, that's a brilliant dive. He made that impossible to happen.
Oh, brilliant running. Haider Vasisha had to do a lot of the work, turning and then diving. It was a good throw from Alishan Sharfu, one of the few fielders who can get the ball into the keeper's gloves from long off or long on.
Yeah, he has a rocket arm. They'll need his rocket batting later in the afternoon. There he goes for that slice. Deep cover, takes the catch. Safely held there by Ashwant Valthappa. And a good innings from Wasi comes to an end.
And again, it's Sanchit Sharma who strikes. Well, we'll have to find out why he hasn't bowled his full quota. But in the end, he gets a big breakthrough. Both the set batsmen are now in the dugout. Haider Vasisha and Rohan Mustafa, and a good catch taken by Ashwant Valthappa.
39 of 31 then for the young lad. 2 boundaries and 2 maximums. 169 for 5. Well, Hamid Khan coming in at number 7. There is not a more frightening sight in the UAE. Look at that career strike rate, 145, best of 66. Doesn't have much time at the crease though. Sanchit Sharma steaming in. Oh, it's a big wide. Well, that is the pressure Hamid Khan puts on you.
And I'm not sure that's the right tactic as well. So strong on the offside, Hamid Khan. Hand-eye coordination at its best. One of those see-ball, hit-ball kind of players. He doesn't need a lot of time anyways, Hamid.
Well, I'd just like to correct you. It's not see ball, hit ball, it's see ball, smash ball. He is one of the most fearsome, cleanest strikers of the ball in the UAE. Oh, good wide Yorker. Given as wide. Well, that was marginal, but I think the correct call.
Yeah, not a lot of foot movement from Hamid. He doesn't walk across his stumps as you see usually in the death overs. Just standing still. Yeah, that's a wide. Very good call there by the umpire, Shiju Sam.
Interesting to see the hint of swing there, even in the 19th over of the game. Can they propel that score to 200? Will take some doing, but this lad on strike can do it. I've seen him do it. Another wide. Well, Sanchit is struggling a bit here.
Well, 3 wides on the trot. Yes, that was probably wider than the last one. So if Shiju Sam is going to outstretch his arms, then he will definitely do it now.
And he's trying to bowl that line with the third man up. There is a deep point, fair enough, and a deep cover. But it is a risk for me. You have protection on the leg side, but square leg is in. That's the problem. That's why he's not bowling straight. That's better. Drilled hard. Are they going to push for 2? Oh, well, Hamid Khan has set off. And, well, Vritti Arvind. The throw wasn't a great one either.
Well, that's very disappointing. You have to say, from the hands of that fielder, Hamid Khan has taken that 1 run.
Yeah, was that Ashwant or Sabir? I think it's Ashwant out there. And CP Rizwan himself is at deep point. Pardon me, that's Fahad Nawaz with those sparkling red boots. Well, he'll need to put them to good use in the run chase, that's for sure. Better delivery in the block hold, squeezed away to mid-wicket. They're pushing for 2 once again. Usman is set off. And that's brilliant attacking cricket from Fujairah.
And even though they've not conceded a boundary in this over, it's still an expensive over. 10 runs off it already. 1 more delivery to go.
Well done on your quick maths. That would have taken me perhaps 10 overs to figure that out on that overs timeline. Your processor is ticking, Abdur Rahman. Of course, you are an IT specialist by trade, so you'd expect that.
That's a kind way of calling me a nerd, isn't it?
Well, yeah, very true. Oh, big full toss swipe once again, pushing for 2. And they'll pick it up quite easily. It's to the left of that deep square leg. So a productive over in the end for Fujairah. Even though Sanchit didn't bowl too badly. 178 for 5. So it's going to be the big left armer Sabir Rao to bowl the final over of the innings. 2 for 28. He's had a good outing. He's also part and parcel of the UAE national team. Oh, beautiful flick over mid wicket. But I think Usman has done the wise thing here. Feed the strike to Hamid Khan.
Well, Hamid doesn't have a boundary yet, but he's looked good so far, connected with every ball that's come his way. And all he needs is that one shot, that one boundary to cut loose, make this a big over. 11 needed to get to 190.
And it will be slightly tricky because there's a half shadow, diagonal shadow on the pitch. And Sabir bowling left arm over is emerging from the sunlight and will be delivering it. There you can see on your screen, it's splitting the pitch in half. And he's a tall, big unit as well. Oh, beautifully bowled. That off cutter, it's been mighty effective. They've snuck through for one though.
Well, they keep missing that. Vritta Arvind yet to hit the stumps from behind. They've taken a bye. Usman will be back on strike. And this is the better matchup with that shorter leg side boundary.
Yeah, I don't understand why the keeper and bowler don't communicate that I'm going to bowl a slowie. Come up a couple of yards. Needs to work on his 10-pin bowling skills there, Vritya. Oh, that's going to be a wide. And halfway down the track is Hamid Khan. Almost ran himself out.
Well, given as wide. So he'll have to bowl that again. Helter-skelter running between the wickets. Usman had lost his footing. Otherwise, I think they would have snuck through for one.
Yeah, good game awareness there from Hamid Khan. Usman was slightly ball watching. Once again, that off cutter beautifully bowled. And once again, they'll steal a bye, even though Fritya has hit the target. Needed the clean collection.
Going up to the third umpire. I think he's made it. Good over so far from Sabir.
Mixing it up beautifully. Let's take a look. They ran on the misfield. And... oh, that is mighty close. Mighty, mighty close, Abdurrahman.
I think that he's about an inch short of that white line, Hamid.
Well, let's see. It looks too close to call from my eyes. But they don't really work. Oh, you're right. I think that's short. He's on the line, if nothing else. Waiting for the umpire's decision. But I think he might be in trouble.
Yeah, just that one frame, isn't it? That one frame. But even then, the bail is in the air. He's on the line.
So it's been given as runs. It was too close to call, not conclusive evidence. Very lucky there, Hamid Khan.
Well, I'm very glad I'm not a third umpire.
It's a tough way to make a living, for sure.
Definitely, I'll stick to the mics.
Yeah, that's more our forte. Oh, it's off the toe end of the bat. Rizwan, just beyond him. Difficult catch. He was swirling and twirling. But it'll only be two.
Well, he does have those nice funky shades on. Rizwan CP. The sun was not an issue there, but the ball swirling in the air probably was.
Once again, bowled it wider. Change of pace. Yeah, just got his body shape wrong. In the end, grabbing at it. Very good over from Sabir Rao. He's given his team half a chance with this excellent spell. Once again, not connecting. And he threw it over his head. What is going on there? Vritti Arvind and Sabir Rao, you guys trained together day and night for the national side. Where was the communication?
Oh, what a horrible two to give away. What should have been a run out converted to 2 runs again.
Well, there you go. He threw it right over his head. Sabir Rao standing in no man's land. Well, I think he's more to blame than Vritya, to be very honest. Meanwhile, final ball of the innings. It's been a fantastic batting effort from Team Fujairah. led by Rohan Mustafa. Wasi Shah. Can Sabir Rao keep it to a 1 or 2? No boundaries needed. Hits hard, hits straight. And Usman is immediately set off. Hamid Khan. Ball watching, but I think he may have made it.
Well, if they've completed those 2 runs, that's 10 of the over without a single boundary coming in it.
Well, did he not hear Usman's call, Hamid Khan? Because he was just strolling along. Clean connection there from Vishnu Sukumaran. Flat throw. And let's see if Hamid has made it here. Oh, he looks in trouble. The bat. Well, once again, it's very close to call up the Rahman. I'm not going to try.
That's why I switched off my mic. I'm not going to say anything.
Well, it's been given as runs. So Fujairah conclude on 188 for 5. A fantastic batting effort led by the warrior Rohan Mustafa. Wasi Shah also chipping in with 39. It was a 100-plus run partnership that really propelled this to a very big score, Abdur Rahman, and now they're looking good to defend it.
Yeah, 188 on the board. I don't think they were planning that score when they came into bat first. Remember, Emirates Blues won the toss and decided to field. And that's the batting card. Jiju Janardhan and Hamdan looking good up top. But then they lost wickets quickly. Wasim failing again, 14 of 10. But then that partnership, Rohan Mustafa, 76 of 45. Haider Wasi Shah, 39 of 31. And a good finish in the end by Hamid, 10 of 7. 17 extras conceded by the Emirates Blues. They'll be very disappointed with that.
Especially as a lot of them were buys and leg buys. So CP Rizwan needs to get his ship in order. 2 for 34, Sabir Rao. Sanchit, 1 for 17, only bowled 2 overs. Jawadullah took a bit of tap in his final over, 1 for 37. And Vishnu Sukumaran, the surprise package, 1 for 23 in his 3 overs, did really well. And look at that, they were 57 for 3 at one stage, and then that massive partnership between Rohan and Wasi. Well, let's take a look at the highlights then, Abdur Rahman. It was a slow start to the game for Team Fujairah. Emirates Blues bowled well with the new ball. That was a brilliant pick-up shot by Hamdan Tahir. Over mid-wicket for 6. But then straightforward catch to CP Rizwan. This was a big slog on the leg side. Look at the distance on that one.
That was a free hit. Then after that, Jiju Janardhan caught bowling by Jawadullah. Another 6 from Wasim against Rahul Bhatia. 2-tier. And Vishnu Sukumaran came in and broke that partnership. Big wicket in the game.
Yeah, that was the moment when you felt that this match could go either way. But then Wasi Shah stepping on the gas. Big slog over cow corner for 6. But this was the over that changed the game, wasn't it? Rohan Mustafa facing Rahul Bhatia.
Yeah, 22 runs came off that. A big over. Some massive 6s on the bigger side of the boundary. And Rahul Bhatia was under a lot of pressure. Have to question the need to bowl him at that stage.
And then Wasi counter-attacked Farazuddin. That was a blow to Aditya Shetty. That went for 6. And then Jawadullah, well, he was simply punished by Rohan Mustafa striking the ball over point, down the ground. Everywhere you could imagine the ball was travelling for 6s. In the end, he hit 7 6s in that knock.
Yeah, 24 runs came off that Jawadullah over. Then Sabir Rao came in, picked up Rohan Mustafa. The damage done. Haider Wasi Shah falling to Sanchit Sharma as well. So good fight back in the end. But Fujairah has put up a massive total, 188 for 5. We will be going for a short break. Don't go anywhere, as Emirates Blues need 189 in their allotted 20 overs to win match number 9 here at the Mazaplay.net Emirates D20 powered by FanCode.
Hello and welcome back to the second innings of this game. Emirates Blues taking on Fujairah. Fujairah batting first. Have got to a very decent score of 189 runs. That's what is the target for Emirates Blues in the 120 balls of the 20 overs. That's the batting scorecard for Fujairah in the first innings. Jiju Janardhan and Hamdan Tahir opening the innings. Just got a decent start but couldn't capitalize on that. 16 for Jiju and Hamdan scoring 12 of 8. Wasim coming at number 3, played a few good shots and then was out by Vishnu, was caught by Aditya Shetty at long on. Then came a very important partnership between Rohan Mustafa and Syed Haider Wasi Shah, and that steered Fujairah out of trouble and to a very good score of 188. 76 is what Rohan Mustafa scored in that innings. While looking at the Emirates Blues bowling card, Sanchit Sharma got a wicket, 2 wickets for Sabir Rao, 1 wicket each for Jawadullah and Vishnu Sukumaran. Here we go. Second innings underway. Junaid Siddiqui to Ritya Arvind. First ball. And some movement in the air straight away for the strike bowler of UAE, Junaid Siddiqui. Ritya Arvind also a strike batter. 22 matches, 614 runs for him. An average of 29 and a strike rate of 118. Best of 86. And I think that was in the finals of the D20. Meanwhile, joining me in the comm box to discuss about Junaid Siddiqui is Mudassir Ali.
7 wickets, 10 innings for Junaid Siddiqui. Just sitting out for a couple of matches. He's back in the side, Junaid Siddiqui. What a fight back by Rohan Mustafa and Haider Wasi Shah in the first innings, taking the team out of trouble after losing those quick 3 wickets. It's a huge task for Emirates Blues. Some man in form, Ritya Arvind and Fahad Nawaz at the other end. Both the young talented batters for Blues.
Making room for himself, Ritya Arvind, and just steering it towards covers. Good length from Junaid Siddiqui on that occasion.
Very watchful of Ritya Arvind, taking his time. The third man and deep square leg, 2 fielders, the boundary line. Couple of spinners, Harry Bharwal and Mohammad Farooq makes a comeback in the side. Runs in Junaid Siddiqui. A brilliant looking shot, weighted and through the covers. The first boundary from the blade of young Arvind.
What a good looking shot again, just placing it in the gap. Great balance, not trying to hit it too hard. And Ritya Arvind, when he plays those punches, those drives, such a treat to watch. First boundary of the innings for Emirates Blues. It's come from the bat of Ritya Arvind. And he's off the mark with a 4. Fuller this time, it's been played over point. Another beautiful shot, just opening the face of the bat at the last moment. And back-to-back boundaries for Ritya.
184 boundary number so far in this tournament. Looking good, Ritya Arvind. Once again opening the face, and it's a 4 runs, more runs for Arvind and his team. After a couple of dot deliveries, back-to-back 4.
Oh, this time he's driven it and driven it beautifully straight down the ground. Fuller and erred in his line and length, Junaid Siddiqui, and that was enough for Ritya to place it straight down the ground. Beautiful timing. 4 more back-to-back boundaries, and Emirates Blues are 12 for no loss after the first over. 12 runs for no loss in the first over. Back to back. Look at that. 3 dot balls and then 3 consecutive fours for Rityarvin. Fahad Nawaz now will be facing Rohan Mustafa for the first time. Starts off with a slower delivery. Rohan Mustafa gets the edge, Fahad. And the ball is just running away behind the keeper. Won't go all the way. But Fahad Nawaz will be off the mark with those 2 runs.
Not in control, a thick outside edge. 34 wickets, 6.39, the economy. Interesting tactics by Mohammad Wasim, giving that second over to Rohan Mustafa. So 2 fast bowlers in this side, Uzair Khan and Junaid Siddiqui. Mrs. Abdul Ghaffar due to an injury. Some discussion between the 2 senior players, Mohammad Usman and Rohan Mustafa. Mohammad Usman and Rohan Mustafa. Good call by Rityarvin this time. Quick on the ball, the fielder Jiju Janardhanan. And both the batters has been selected for IL T20. Great news. The young Fahad Nawaz and Rityarvin. Now comes the quicker delivery. Brilliant piece of fielding by Mohammad Usman. But not an accurate throw. Survives Fahad Nawaz. Sent back by Rityarvin.
This time the seam up delivery from Rohan Mustafa. Diving to his right, Mohammad Usman. And a good release as well. Fahad Nawaz was in a spot of bother. Had that ball been thrown at the stumps. Oh, another quicker delivery. Gets the inside edge. Not able to anticipate the swing. Fahad Nawaz. He still survives. After 2 overs, Emirates Blues are 16 for no loss. $16 for no loss after 2. Junaid Siddiqui continues. Bowls one outside off. Wanted to play that towards the third. Shuffling across Ritya.
Trying to play towards the onside, but smart piece of bowling. Sticking to his line. Junaid Siddiqui this time on the off stump. They need a wicket. Couple of dot deliveries, but he has that tendency to score those boundaries.
Yes, wants to target the shorter boundary on the onside for Rityarvind. We'll have a look at the field after this delivery. Interesting field placement. Beautifully played with the wrist protection in the deep. And that is the fielder I was talking about. Deep point fielder and a deep third on the boundary ropes. So clearly the plan is to bowl outside off and make the batters play towards the bigger part of the boundary. So you can see the wicket is the extreme right for today's matches. And now the field has changed. The deep point fielder comes in and the deep square leg fielder goes out.
A slow bouncer and well played, was in control. Fahad Nawaz rolling his wrist and towards mid wicket. Couple of runs has been taken. Quick between the wickets.
We know they're great runners between the wickets. Both these young lads, Rityarvind and Fahad Nawaz. They will want to exploit those big gaps and take as many runs as possible. Slashed and slashed well in the gap. No chance for the fielder Harry Barwal. That ball has crossed the ropes in no time, and Fahad Nawaz gets his first boundary.
After those couple of runs, a boundary for Fahad Nawaz, top of the order. So far, it has been good for Emirates Blues. So Ritya Arvind on strike. Nice looking shot, making room, and played towards the deep square leg. Couple of runs. Adjusted very well both the batters against the pace of Junaid and especially against Jiju Janardhanan.
Yes, interesting shot there from Ritya Arvind. Was a little predetermined, premeditated. Well, that's a good shot. Catches the call. There is a fielder there and will take it. That's wicket number 1 for Jiju and for Fujairah. And Ritya Arvind will be disappointed. He hit that well, but just found the fielder.
And the fielder was Farooq Moman, who has misfield in the previous over, but a well-judged catch taken in the deep. So the first wicket falls. Jiju Janardhanan getting the first breakthrough, walks back. Ritya Arvind, a slow walk towards the pavilion. 21 of 15 deliveries, 39 for 1.
Ashwant Valtapa, number 3. Opened the innings in the first game. This time just a gentle nudge towards mid-wicket. No run there.
Mohammad Usman looking very sharp in the field, saving a couple of runs and putting that extra effort in the field. Goes on the back foot towards the mid-wicket, but clears. Rohan Mustafa falling just behind Rohan Mustafa, and a boundary to end the over. Not in a convincing fashion, but still he gets the 4 runs, 43 for 1.
Bro, ridiculous.
43 for 1 after 5. Uzair being introduced into the attack. Well bowled, just he's got that ability to bowl at that length and get some extra bounce, also some movement in the air. Was very impressed with Uzair in that first season where he played for Abu Dhabi.
A bounce and coming into Fahad Nawaz. Those in-swinging deliveries by Uzair surprises the batters. The useful all-rounder to have in your team. Bats deep the order, and we have seen last night scoring those important 27 runs for Fujairah.
He's gone high, he's gone aerial. There is a fielder there, Mohammad Wasim, but he'll just watch the ball cross the ropes. In fact, it was Farooq Mohammad, the man there. And it's also been called a no ball. So double trouble for Uzair. He's bowled a no ball, and that ball has been hit for a 6, which means it's going to be a free hit. Another chance for Ashwant Walthappa to go big. Yeah, a good call from the umpire. And that went sailing over the ropes. Mujahid, the umpire, will signal it as a free hit. Yes, it's a free hit. Shot outside off. Hasn't timed it too well. Will be taken by Harry Barwal, but it's a free hit. Won't be a wicket, and Ashwant will still be out there.
Started off well here, Ashwant Walthappa. Quickly getting that boundary and a maximum. Loves to play towards the mid-wicket, targeting that shorter boundary. Poor delivery, leaking runs here. A no ball, and then a wide drifting towards down the leg stump. 10 runs in just 2 deliveries. Fahad Nawaz looking good out in the middle. Stepping down, will manage just a single this time. Very quick between the wickets. Young legs for Emirates Blues. He has been promoted, Ashwant Walthappa. The bat very deep. CP Rizwan, the likes of Alishan Sharafu, Farazuddin, yet to come in this lineup. The foundation has been laid by Fahad Nawaz and Vritya. Now it's Ashwant Walthappa scoring those quick runs for his team.
Slower delivery this time from Uzair. Played it way too early, Ashwant. That's smart bowling from Uzair. Leg bye signaled by the umpire. Who's your first choice bowler, Mudassir, in that Fujairah setup? We saw Junaid Siddiqui starting the proceedings for Fujairah, and then Rohan Mustafa bowling the second over. And now Uzair is bowling the 5th with 1 over from Jiju as well in the middle. You're happy with that kind of bowling change?
It's definitely they are missing the services of Abdul Ghaffar, so they want to make sure the end overs, the strike bowlers have a couple of overs left. As we have seen in the last match, they struggled after losing Abdul Ghaffar. The last over 15 runs has been conceded by Mohammad Wasim.
Yes, but in the run chase, they're already 56 for 1. Emirates Blues. This is 6th over. They've started off well. It was important that you bowl well in the power plays, especially when you are restricting your opposition from chasing a total. Hit, but straight to the fielder. We'll continue.
The wrist as a single. Not at all comfortable for Fahad Nawaz against Rohan Mustafa. Making room. not in control to play the shot.
Oh, beautiful. That's a lot more.
Ali not out there, Ali.
60 for 2 after 7. Harry Barwal being introduced into the attack. Mudassir, you're smiling. What do you think about that catch from Mohammad Wasim?
What matters is the
Mumbai.
umpires are not convinced. And talking about Harry Barwal, 18 wickets in 9 innings, a brilliant left-arm spinner to have in your side. And to have Fahad Nawaz in your side, it's an advantage. A glorious looking shot over the extra cover. One bounce welcomes Harry Barwal with a boundary.
What a good looking shot that was. He knew where Harry Barwal is going to bowl and how slow he's going to bowl. Look at that. Just moves and then plays over extra cover. Fahad Nawaz gets that all important boundary and continues that run chase in this innings. He's got a start now. He needs to capitalize. Makes room again. This time it's gone high up in the air. Easy catch. And that is it. That's the end of the innings from Fahad Nawaz. How often have we seen that? He gets the starts, just can't capitalize on that. And Harry Barwal, meanwhile, he's happy to take wickets left, right and centre.
Poor shot selection. Wanted to repeat. And bowling slow and away from Fahad Nawaz. Trying to clear the extra cover. Getting that bottom edge and an easy catch taken by Jiju Janardhanan. One more wicket falls. Is 63 for 3.
Rizwan CP, the captain, coming out to bat. 356 runs for him. Good start from Harry Barwal. He's bowling really well, not only in this tournament, Mudassir, but overall he's developed a lot from his Hamriya days. Harry Barwal.
And we have got that opportunity to play alongside him in his early days. Especially you played a lot of matches coming down the track and in the air, but just a single has improved a lot and a committed player to the team, and he's always in a happy mood.
Always smiling, yes. Remember, he played his first game in the UAE in that same match. I was part of that game when he came to the UAE and played that first game in Ajman for a local club. And since then, he's just grown in stature and confidence and has worked really hard. Catch it is the call. Reverse from Alishan Sharfu. Just over the slip fielder, Rohan Mustafa. They'll get 2 runs.
Day by day, season by season, he has improved a lot as a bowler. Going for this reverse shot, not in control. Luckily, it just went over Rohan Mustafa.
Hamdan Tahir, he had his hands on his head.
Come on.
That was could have been a chance. Again, that reverse from Alishan. Not able to play that, but still persisting with that shot. A dot ball to end the over. 7 runs and a wicket for Harry Barwal. It's 66 for 3 after 8.
Sir, okay, I'm feeling at cover. One bounce, clear bounce and clear.
So Jiju will continue. Played straight and taken by Jiju Janardhanan. Walks back Rizwan CP. The third wicket. Gentle medium pace of Jiju Janardhan doing wonders for Fujairah. Called back for this match. And brilliant piece of bowling, just stopping, checking his shot and straight into the hands of Janardhanan.
Yes, some movement in the air for Jiju. We all know that he's got the ability. Also a sharp catch, good reflexes, caught and bowled by JJ. And Rizwan CP, the captain, is walking back. 66 for 4. $66 for 4. Jiju's got 3 wickets already, Mudassir. And he's injured. He's not 100% fit. Vishnu Sukumaran now has come out to bat. A decent strike rate of 139.
The best of 15. Vishnu Sukumaran on strike. Jiju Janardhanan on the off stump, off the mark straight away. Our only hope to accelerate from here is Alishan Shariful, leaving dangerous. He's playing his shots. Very talented batter. Alishan Shariful has been part of national team, coming from the ranks of D series. Gently pushed toward the super cover, wanted that second run but denied. Quickly coming from the deep. Hamid Khan, just a single has been taken. Jiju Janardhanan putting brakes after taking those 3 wickets. Ashwant Walthapad, Ritya Arvind and CP Rizwan. Though he doesn't have that pace, but he bowls on a right channel.
Yes, indeed. And he's got that gentle variation. That's where he's more lethal. In that same action, he's got a delivery that he can bowl quicker and slower. That's where he deceives the batters more often than not. Meanwhile, Alishan Sharfu and Vishnu Sukumar now will have to build a partnership, just like Rohan Mustafa and Syed Haider Wasi Shah did for Fujairah. The runs not that bad, 70 in the 9th over. Smoked straight down the ground. It was in the slot, and Alishan Sharfu will not miss out on that. Clean hit, and 6 runs is the result.
Playing his shots here, Alishan Sharafu was in line and targeted that long on. A monstrous hit coming from the blade of Alishan Sharafu. Moves to 9. Run rate is not a problem for Emirates Blues. The wickets, they lost 4 wickets. Sensible piece of batting. With that single, over number 9 comes to an end, 76 for 4.
करना है अगला नहीं तो एक और जाना है एमसिंग सर और को एमसिंग को लेकर
Rohan Mustafa comes out to bowl and bowls one very unusual delivery. And you can only expect Rohan to do that. Slower, shorter bouncer, and you can see Alishan can see the funny side of it. Taken. Easy as it gets. Alishan Sharfu going for a glory shot straight down the ground. Rohan Mustafa, what a smart bowler he is. Bowled that one short delivery and then in the slot. And Alishan just eyes lit up. Couldn't get the connection right. And it's wicket number 5 for Emirates Blues.
Sam, a tossed up delivery, wanted to go over the long off, but was not in control. And easy catch taken. Half of the side back in the hut for Emirates Blues after just making 10 runs of 8 deliveries. Walks back Alishan, 76 for 5.
Well, the action begins on the 13th of January. The ILT20 kicks off right here at the Dubai International as the Sharjah Warriors, Desert Vipers, Dubai Capitals, Abu Dhabi Knight Riders, MI Emirates, and the Gulf Giants face off in the first ever T20 franchise league in the UAE. Meanwhile, in the D20, we have Emirates Blues struggling at 77 for 5. Two new batters at the crease, two new comms in the box. Joining me is Abdurrahman Tariq. Good afternoon, Abdurrahman.
Good afternoon, Ahmed Khwaja. And Fujairah, well, they were hit by a punch in the power play. Very good start by Fahad Nawaz and Vritti Arvind, but they pulled it back nicely. And Rohan Mustafa, well, he can do everything. He can even bowl bouncers.
Tucked into the leg side, quick single. Oh, there's a direct hit. Well, that is always interesting. And we're going upstairs to the third umpire.
Farazuddin, he is walking. I think he has not grounded his bat. And if he has not grounded his bat, it's nobody else's fault. Why is he carrying his bat like a baby?
Well, Wasim, irresistible as always. But I think Farazuddin has just made it.
Oh, it's one frame, isn't it? Again, that one frame.
Mohammad Wasim, one of the best fielders in the UAE, in the world, I would say. Well, the next frame will decide it. Oh, just across the line.
No, he's just standing there, isn't he? He is not going to move, Farazuddin.
Very close to call indeed. This is the frame before the bails come off. We need to move one forward. There. I think he's all right. But that's just me.
Well, I've learned my lesson from the last innings. I'm just going to leave it to the man who's getting paid to make that decision.
Yeah, most certainly. Very close call. Casual running, like you said. You cannot take Mohammad Wasim lightly. You cannot take Fujairah lightly.
And that's why Farazuddin was just pointing to his partner. Why would you hit the ball towards Mohammad Wasim and then call me for a run? He has to respond, Farazuddin. Had he said no, Vishnu would have been out of the equation for sure. There's no way you're turning around and coming back in time.
Just tucked in there by Vishnu. And Farazuddin had to get the skates on. Maybe this can help. Yeah, the bat coming in the frame. This is the most important and best angle. This is where the bails were fully off, and by then he was in.
Yeah, they were in the groove when he was just behind the line.
Well, the umpires are being very meticulous. They don't want to get any decision wrong. Of course, very important tournament. All of these things matter. Fantastic pick up and throw by Wasim. The bat was not sliding in till the very end. And let's take a look here. Next frame is the one. There you can see when it's fully dislodged, the bails, his bat is across.
Yeah, benefit of the doubt. Most likely to go to Farazuddin. Yes, they will continue. Farazuddin is very, very, very lucky.
Well, let's see if he can make this live count. Rohan Mustafa in the middle of a fantastic spell. Only conceded 12 runs into his third over. Required run rate is above 11 currently. So it is a tall order, but these two are certainly capable. Farazuddin and Vishnu Sukumaran. Another bouncer. And that went through him.
And it is a perfect bouncer as well, isn't it? Rohan Mustafa is surprised that it's been called one for the over.
Yeah, that was certainly not that high. Farazuddin is not a tall lad though, so fair enough. Oh, very watchful, getting deep in his crease. Sensational over from Rohan Mustafa once again. 78 for 5 at the halfway stage.
पहले का सोच रहा था कि पहला देंगे बट आपने दूसरा दे दिया
Ball, ball, ball.
Sender. Sender, sender. Diagonal. Vishnu coming diagonal.
Harry Barwal continues. Well, I was quite taken aback by reading his numbers in D20. He must be one of the most outstanding wicket takers in this D series competition. Of course, Rohan Mustafa, 35 wickets to his name as well.
Left arm spin, always in the limelight here in the UAE.
Oh, it's a big top edge. Fine leg and square leg. Just between the two. Perfectly placed in the end by Vishnu.
Yeah, risky shot, risky shot. That is the bigger boundary as well. And Vishnu Sukumaran was very lucky that ball has plonked in no man's land.
Beautiful flight from Harry Barwal once again, inducing that top edge. And he couldn't have placed it any better. So he is willing to take a chance. That's the way he plays. Oh, beautifully bowled. Slower in the air. And then just turning in off the deck.
We're talking about highest wicket takers in this D20. I think Sultan Ahmed probably up there. So is Mohammad Azhar, who's not playing in this tournament. He's won 2 Best Bowler awards.
Spot on. It's definitely one of those two. This time nicely whipped towards mid-wicket. And we've seen plenty of left armers like Ahmed Shafiq also taking prominence. We have, of course, Sultan Ahmed himself in Team Ajman. Every side has at least one high-class left-arm tweaker.
Yes, absolutely. Some of them even 2. Dubai playing with Aryan Lakra and Ahmed Shafiq. Ajman's got Ankur Sangwan.
Zubair Khan of Team Abu Dhabi as well did very well yesterday. That's a certain weapon. Nicely punched off the back foot. Once again, Wasim. Outstanding. He's worth 2 men in the outfield.
Yeah, he was going to take a single. Farazuddin wanted to walk that one. You're not doing that with Mohammad Wasim patrolling that cover field.
Sometimes he's a bit like Mr. Fantastic with the stretchable arms. Beautifully bowled, hitting the splice of the bat, turning away towards the outside edge, slip in place. This is perfect left arm spin bowling.
And the required run rate going up with every dot ball, almost 10 and over now.
Yeah, it's becoming difficult. Steep ask. Look at that, right on the money. There's literally nothing you can do with that.
Oh, very good over. Very good over comes to an end. The required run rate now 12 and over. Emirates Blues are 81 for 5 at the end of 11.
Rohan Mustafa upish over the top of extra cover. And deep cover will just about clean it up. But that's a good calculated shot from Vishnu. He'll certainly look to press the issue of the Rahman.
I don't think they have any more options. 12 and over needed from here. Sanchit Sharma probably slotted in next. Not a lot of batting to come.
Oh, big full toss. And he's smacked it over extra cover onto the top tier.
Well, he'll enjoy that, Vishnu. Won't mind one bit if he can get a couple of more from Rohan Mustafa. Full toss, waist high. And into the second tier.
Yeah, that one has no return address. Big half, big full toss, and brilliant bat speed as well. And this is why this man has been in and around the UAE national team. He has this raw and rare capabilities of clean striking. If we can just get him together on how to construct his innings, he can be a perfect number 5, number 6.
Yeah, absolutely. I think between him and Fahd Nawaz, those very good 20s and 25s are the problem. Unlike Alishan Sharfu, who as soon as he crosses that 10-15 mark, will go up to 50-60 very quickly. Vishnu, Fahad Nawaz, just take their time, settle in, play a good knock, and then throw the wicket away.
Spot on. Upish. It's very dangerous to play the straight dive to Rohan Mustafa. A, because he's an outstanding fielder on his own bowling, and B, because of his variations.
Yeah, he'll bring the ball in and take it away from exactly the same spot without any major change in action.
And he can bowl the bouncer too. There you go. Smacked off the back foot towards extra. He's certainly using that as a frontline delivery tonight. 92 for 5. Well, the innings comparison so far at the same stage, there you go. Fujairah were 93 for 3. So there's nothing to choose between the two sides except the wickets.
And the fact that there was a certain Rohan Mustafa in the middle at that stage. Those 2 overs, one from Rahul Bhatia and one for Farazuddin, then followed by Jawadullah. Almost 45 runs coming in those 3 overs.
Yeah, that really took the game away. Another sweep shot, and fine leg is up. Beautifully executed by Vishnu Sukumaran.
All these 2 are club mates. Harry Barwal and Vishnu play for the same club. He knows exactly what Harry Barwal is going to dish out. But that's a very good looking sweep shot. Played it very fine. Going down on one knee.
Lovely balance, big stride, and picked the right area. Nicely dispatched. So an early boundary will put Harry under a bit of pressure. 93 of 47. It's certainly doable with this pair at the crease, plus Sanchit to come. But they'll need something miraculous for sure. This time pushed through, and Wasim hovering in that mid-wicket catching region.
And just need to get those singles moving after a boundary, not play out any dot balls. That's where the pressure adds up.
Very true. Worked off the stumps, and yeah, that's what you mentioned. Don't just hit a 4 and then stay at the crease. Keep it ticking over, and Farazuddin, 2 of 8, needs to do the same as well. It's still a good batting surface. We're on a new deck today. It's the right-most pitch here at the Dubai International. Oh, he was aiming for Farazuddin there, giving him a wake-up call.
Oh, again, good comeback here from Harry Barwal after that first ball boundary. 2 dot balls and then just a single. And if you can give away 2 or 3 runs from here, this will still be a good over. They need 12 and over to win the game, Emirates Blues.
Time is running out. The run rate is soaring. Oh, is that an edge? I think he's just completely missed the line of the ball.
Dot balls adding up. The pressure adding up as well. Flight delivery. And I don't think he got an outside edge. Hamdan Tahir behind the stumps, just able to stop the ball.
Yeah, drifted away from him. This time trying to get on top of it. And yeah, he's just frustrated with himself. 98 for 5. Well, we're going to see some quickish leg spin being introduced into the attack. Mohammad Farooq, super fielder, super bowler, super athlete.
A very good all-rounder to have in your side.
3 of 10 for Farazuddin. And well, at least he's taken an early single. No more dots. I think Vishnu will take a chance here.
Yeah, the matchup favors the batsman. Shorter leg side boundary as well.
15 wickets in D20 for Mohammad Farooq. Very good economy rate. Underrated cricketer. Has been slightly hit and miss. Not sure of his role in the side. Hence, perhaps gets mismanaged a bit. I would always have him as a frontline attacking spin bowler option. Oh, there's a googly there. Interesting. Showing us some tricks.
While making the move, Farooq from Dubai to Fujairah in this edition of D20 was an important part of that Dubai team.
Most certainly was. Beautifully punched off the back foot. Beats the extra cover and the deep cover. Vishnu Sukumaran kicking into high gear now.
And that was a poor delivery. Hit me ball. Short and turning away from the left-hander. And Vishnu Sukumaran plays it perfectly. Past that cover fielder, Mohammad Usman had no chance. And Harry Bharwal as well.
Fantastic clean striking of the ball. That's the hallmark of Vishnu Sukumaran. Well, now he's into those 20s that you mentioned. Can he go beyond and get a big score? 100 up for the Blues. And he's gone over square leg. All the way for 6.
Again, another short ball. Trying to bowl a bit too quick here. Farooq and Vishnu Sukumaran. Well, he's out of the 20s and into the 30s very quickly. 100. Tournament 6 of the D20.
And we're only on match day 5. It's been raining 6s and 4s at the Dubai International. And this move to take off Rohan Mustafa has backfired big time. 80 needed of 38. Well, upish. Once again, it was that googly going away from Vishnu. And he's looking very dangerous indeed. They need to see the back of him.
Yeah, 12 of the over. They've kept up with the required run rate. I think Rohan Mustafa's spell is done. 4 overs, 23 for him with 1 wicket to his name.
Oh, pardon me. 110 for 5. Oh, nicely nurdled around the corner. Big chase for the short fine. They should be pushing for 3 rather. Only taken 2, but a productive over. Right then, 77 required of the last 6 overs. Very doable. 112 for 5. Well, let's take a look at the bowling options that Fujairah have left. You were spot on there. Rohan Mustafa has been bowled out 1 for 23. Junaid Siddiqui has 2. Uzair Khan has 3, so that's 5. They need 1 more from Harry Bharwal. There you go then. I think that will have the ends covered.
Yeah, that 1 over from Farooq in hindsight wasn't needed. Uzair Khan, even though he's conceded 12, I think they will bowl him at least at the death. Junaid Siddiqui 2 overs as well.
Yeah, 3 for 23 from Jiju. That was the outstanding spell. That has slightly neutralized Farooq. Harry Bharwal to bowl his last from the com box end. Good looking pull shot. And that's 4 runs. Look at the timing and placement.
Again, they keep bowling short to Vishnu. And he keeps going on the back foot and crunching it towards mid-wicket. Very good looking boundary this.
Well, it honestly wasn't even that short of the Rahman. Just that bat speed. He took it from a very low angle. And the power he can generate with that bottom hand is something quite remarkable.
Oh, this is a very important knock. Very important knock for Vishnu Sukumaran. Playing a big role in this Emirates Blues team.
Yeah, this could be a breakout innings for him, to be honest. Even in club cricket, he doesn't play those big long knocks. And he's looking and playing with a lot of control. Meanwhile, Wasim, he makes it look easy.
Any other fielder there, that would have been a single for Azuddin. This time not even moving with that ball going towards Mohammad Wasim. Very lucky still to be there for us.
Yeah, once bitten, twice shy. You don't want to challenge Wasim anywhere in the outfield. Pulled away. There is a fielder. It will drop in front of him. Hamid Khan. Well, he's certainly taking a chance. Somebody has to. How long can he continue though?
Yeah, 12 runs in over needed. You have to hit from both ends. Can't be all on Vishnu Sukumaran's shoulders. So for Azud, 12 runs in over needed. You have to hit from both ends. 12 runs in over needed. You have to hit from both ends. Can't be all on Vishnu Sukumaran's shoulders. So for Azud,
Them up, denying them the easy runs. And it gets more and more difficult by the minute. This over started so well, but once again they couldn't capitalize. They need to learn how to develop that skill. Fantastic spell from Harry Barwal. 1 for 21 on the day. 72 required of 5 overs. .4 required in the last 5 overs. There you go. Now the Blues are trailing in the matchup. This was the blitz from Wasi and Rohan Mustafa. And now, well, very interesting. Mohammad Wasim is coming on to bowl from the far end. What could be the strategy behind this move, Abdurrahman?
I'm not sure if Uzair Khan is fit enough to bowl maybe. Akif Raja is in the field. So I don't think he's in the field, Uzair.
Yeah, these matches are coming thick and fast. Squad rotation is key. You have to keep your bowlers fresh. Chipped in the air, long off. Oh, that's a brilliant catch. Mohammad Farooq, I did mention he's one of the best fielders in the UAE. And there you can see why.
Well, he had overrun that. He had overrun that, was expecting to run in a little bit. And then in the end, trailed back, held on a few centimeters away from the rope. What a catch and what a breakthrough by the captain. Mohammad Wasim takes the big man out.
Oh, that was a specky. Brilliant and good balance as well. Walking the tightrope. And once again, a pretty attractive looking 30 from Vishnu Sukumaran. 36 off 22 on the day. He tried his best. 117 for 6. Well, it's time to send an SMS. And not the message, but Sanchit Mohan Sharma. Sparkling young all-rounder. In and out of the UAE side. He's a permanent member of the squad, just looking to find that breakthrough performance. Very good career strike rate. And they need him to produce something miraculous here, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, both of them, Farazuddin and Sanchit Sharma, youngsters being groomed for the big occasion.
Upish, long off, just dropping in front of him. I think Uzair Khan, well, he's out on the field, but he's not moving particularly well, and that's a horrible throw.
That's why he hasn't been brought into bowl, Uzair Khan. And then I'd ask you the question, why would he be at long off when you have the likes of Harry Barwal and Akif Raja in the circle?
Chanced his arm, and yeah, he didn't react at all. Lost it in the lights, maybe. He is a Free-flowing batter, clean striker of the ball, Sanchit. Sometimes a bit too frantic at the crease.
Tall lad Sanchit Sharma hits the ball very cleanly. Farazuddin, 15 deliveries faced already. Needs to get a move on now.
He's just not found the center of his stick in this innings, not being able to time anything. And it does feel like this game has slipped away from the Blues. Back-to-back defeats in the D20. Pressure on Rizwan CP.
Not back-to-back, 3 on a trot now. Hit hard through cover. Very good fielding there by Harry Barwal. Saves a certain boundary for his team.
Once again, a good stop in the inner ring. 122 for 6 at the end of 16.
Sanjit, bowling change. Bowling item over.
And you're absolutely spot on there, Abdurrahman. It will be the third loss in the row for the Blues if they don't get over the line today. They've lost to Ajman, Abu Dhabi, and now towards Fujairah. Farooq will continue his spell. 67 needed of 24.
Very interesting coming from the shorter end, Farooq. Or maybe because there are two right-handers on the crease. He'll feel a little bit more comfortable bowling.
Yeah, he certainly didn't bowl well from the far end. So perhaps this will provide some more relief. Harry Barwal was bowling from this end as well. Yeah, there you can see there is a bit more rough out there to work with.
Yep. Better delivery, fuller, slower in the air. Leg spinners trying to shoot that ball in quickly usually lose their length.
Yeah, it's a fine balance between darting the ball in and offering some flight. Both can get you hammered. But this does feel like the game is beyond their reach now.
Yeah, 66 off 21. Will need a lot of hits, a lot of maximums from here.
Nicely hit towards the left of long off. Only going to be one though. The out cricket from Fujairah has been outstanding today.
Look at that throw. Rohan Mustafa bowling 4 overs, batting quite a bit as well in the field, kept busy. That throw right in the hands of the wicketkeeper. No chance of a second run on him.
Big turn for Farooq, and that's what I like to see him do. Rip the ball. Don't just try to dart it in there. Keep it straight. That's not your strength.
And again, the pace of the ball. Absolutely perfect for the leg spinner.
Steps out. Big shot from Sanchit. And that's going to remain hit for 6 into the VIP boxes.
On the last ball, he uses his feet, hits it straight down the ground for a maximum. Farooq's misery continues. Emirates Blues 130 for the loss of 6 wickets. They need 59 runs in the last 3 overs to win this game.
Wasim continues. Swung away off the hip. Good shot from Farazuddin. And at long last, he picks up a boundary.
Well, I'm not sure why they're not using Junaid Siddiqui or Jiju Janardhanan. The 3 overs, the last 3 overs could have been their premier bowlers. It's Farooq and now Wasim bowling. And they're conceding runs quickly. Net run rate is going to play a key role in this tournament. Ahmed Khwaja, you can't afford to take it easy.
I think they're just thinking about the matches over Saturday and Sunday. All 6 teams in action throughout Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so keeping them fresh. And Farazuddin goes downtown and finds deep mid wicket. Good catch taken there by Hamid Khan.
He's been one of the better outfielders. Hamid Khan has taken a lot of catches in this tournament so far. Farazuddin chancing his arm on the bigger boundary. Held the pose, thought he had connected well. Look at this, right there, he thought he had connected really well, but not well enough. Hamid Khan settles under it nicely and takes the catch. Mohammad Wasim strikes again. 134 for 7 now, Emirates Blues.
So it's down to the bowlers now. Rahul Bhatia coming in at number 9. And Mohammad Wasim, well, he can do everything, can't he? Hard hitting batter, some medium pace, and today some off spin as well.
Don't forget his fielding at cover. Probably saved about 5-6 runs in the circle.
Truly, the total package is Mohammad Wasim. That's pulled away quite nicely by Rahul. They're going to push for 2. Yeah, they'll pick it up quite easily. Big square, like you mentioned, on the leg side.
And Rahul Bhatia has been working on his batting quite a bit. Got a chance to bat for UAE as well. Scored some runs in the 50-over game when he made his debut.
Yeah, good cricketer. Big fan of this lad. And nicely bowled. This time slightly quicker from Wasim, pushing it through.
And getting turn as well.
Interesting signs for the next 2 games. Oh, the reverse. Well, you said he was working on his batting. Not so sure about that stroke.
And Rohan Mustafa had slipped, telling him, be careful, I'm standing right here. Don't want to hit me in the head with the ball.
Splicing that one too long on. And a steady over from Wasim. Don't think we'll be seeing the fast man reintroduced into the attack. 137 for 7. Well, a Dafa News fun fact for you. On 11-11-11 at 11:11 a.m. South Africa playing in a test match against Australia. Oh, big appeal. That looks straightish. Perhaps just pitching outside leg. Well, I read half of that fun fact. Let's continue that after this delivery. A lot of 11s in it. Good pickup shot over mid wicket. Big chase for Wasi Shah out there. So let's take a look at that fun fact again for you. Right then. On 11-11-11 at 11:11 a.m. South Africa playing in a test match against Australia were 1 wicket down and needed 11 runs to win. Well, that is surely something very extraordinary.
Well, very similar to that stat about Alex Stewart, isn't it? 8-4-63, his date of birth, and that's the number of runs he scored. Mother of all coincidences.
Yeah, that is truly freakish. Oh, brilliant Wasim once again. Even though the game is done and dusted, 19th over, he might be a bit stiff, he might be a bit tired. Nope, still outstanding in the outfield. Oh, this could be a catch at long on. No, just plugging in front. So in the end, it's going to be an easy win for Fujairah. And Emirates Blues, well, Abdurrahman, where do they go from here?
Oh, back to the drawing board, certainly. The ring of fire taking effect as the sun settles here in this match and on Emirates Blues innings.
Good looking punch there from Sanchit. And they haven't let their standards drop in the outfield. That's what Rohan Mustafa and Mohammad Wasim will always demand from you.
Yeah, and just on Emirates Blues, well, they're missing Zawar Farid now. I don't think he's going to play a lot of games because of that foot injury. Hazrat Bilal as well missing in action. But it's their batting that has been the problem, hasn't it?
Completely agree. Expected a lot more from the likes of Vritya Arvind, Fahad Nawaz, Ali Shan Sharf, who has been in good touch, and CP Rizwan has been well short of runs. 46 needed of the final 6. Well, there you go. Let's run through that fun fact for you on 11-11-11 at 11:11 a.m. South Africa playing in a test match against Australia were 1 wicket down and needed 111 runs to win.
Well, that's the 111 effort to read that fact. And I think we've managed that finally.
Well, credit to Fujairah. They're hurtling through their overs. They have that over rate and cut-off time in mind. That could be another factor why we didn't see Uzair and Junaid Siddiqui being reintroduced. Big shot towards the leg side. And once again, brilliant fielding Hamid Khan. Aware of the boundary rope and keeping it in.
Oh, very well done there. Very well done, Hamid Khan. Gets a round of applause from his captain as well. That was sailing over the boundary. Sanchit Sharma will be very disappointed he's not gotten 6 for it.
Look at Hamid Khan there. Fantastic work. Did it all in the air, mid-stride, and had the presence of mind to save the 6. Excellent stuff. And Wasim once again appreciates the hard work of his fielders. When the captain is the best fielder in the country, you know that the troops will have to pull up their socks.
Yeah, you set the standards, don't you, as the captain, leading from the front, Mohammad Wasim in the field.
Quicker one, just beaten him. So a nice little cameo here from Sanchit. Hopefully he'll come in not out.
I'll give them some confidence. Emirates Blues, they need a lot of these.
Big shot. Down the ground. No reeling that one in. 150 up for the Blues.
A much better connection this time. And Farooq Mohammad had no chance. 20 of 13 for Sanchit Sharma.
Really is such a clean striker of the ball. Makes it look easy. He goes again. Once again, it's a biggie.
Well, one of the things Emirates Blues can do moving forward is move him up the order. 14 deliveries for 26 in contrast to Farazuddin's knock.
Why not use him as a low value wicket? Send him in at 4 occasionally or in the power play just to shake things up. And this time it's gone up. This should be a catch. Yes, it will. So Wasim ends with a 3 for, and it's a comfortable romp to victory for the men in green. And Emirates Blues once again facing defeat. In the end, Fujairah win comfortably by 30 runs and get back to winning ways after that shock loss to Dubai.
Oh, the story continues for Emirates Blues. 3 losses on the trot for them. Match number 9 of the Mazzaplay.net Emirates D20 powered by Fan Code. It's Fujairah winning against a fancied Emirates Blues side by a big margin, 30 runs. Thanks to that man, number 90 on your screen, Rohan Mustafa. What a brilliant all-round performance.
Yeah, 4 wins out of 5 for Fujairah. So they're sitting pretty at the top of the table. And on the bottom, it's Emirates Blues who are really struggling. They need to get back to winning ways. Plenty of headaches for Rizwan CP. How to get them back on track. Let's take a look at the batting scorecard then. Useful 20s, but nobody getting a big score. Vritya 21 of 15. Fahad Nawaz 25 of 20. Ashwant was looking all right. Alishan Sharfu also into double figures. Rizwan CP fell early, and it was only Vishnu Sukumaran 36 of 22 plus Sanchit Sharma 26 of 15 who added some form of respectability to that batting scorecard.
158 on any other day would have been a good total, but not when you're chasing 188. Junaid Siddiqui just at 2 overs. Rohan Mustafa, miserly as always, picked up the big wicket of Alishan Sharfu. Jiju Janardhan though broke the back of this Emirates Blues batting, 3 for 23. Harry Barwal 1 wicket, again economy rate of just 5.25, and Mohammad Wasim picked up 3 low value wickets, but 3 wickets nonetheless in the tournament. Only 6 extras. Very disciplined bowling by Fujairah.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights of this run chase then. It was a strong start for Vritya Aravind and Fahad Nawaz. But looking good. Vritya especially was striking the ball cleanly until he holed out to deep square. And Ashwant Valthappa, big lanky lad. They needed him to get a big score, but then it was really a nothing shot to long on. And Alishan Sharfu, this was a slightly controversial moment in the game. It was given as not out, but then when Harry Barwal came into the attack, then this run scoring really became difficult, Abdurrahman, and that was a stunning catch by Triple J.
Yeah, Rohan Mustafa picking up the big wicket. Alishan Sharfu straight into the hands of that long off fielder. And Vishnu Sukumaran, well, he was given a couple of gifts and he took the toll against the spinners, but then again just couldn't finish off the game for Emirates Blues. Lost his wicket at the wrong time thanks to a good catch taken by Mohammad Farooq Momin.
Fantastic catch there. That gave him a lot of confidence. Sanchit Sharma tried his best, did strike a few big sixes, but in the end, that game was well beyond the Blues and they were just hitting against the tide. This is another solid catch by Hamid Khan. And this was the final delivery of the innings. Mohammad Wasim ending up with 3 wickets to his name. So there you go then. Emirates Blues, after inviting Fujairah to bat first, and that was a big mistake. Rohan Mustafa with a stunning innings of 76 of 45, supported by Wasi 39 of 31. Sabir Rao the pick of the bowlers for the Blues, and in response Emirates Blues fell well short by 30 runs. Vishnu Sukumaran 36 of 22, Sanchit 26 of 15, Jiju Janardhanan chipping in with the wickets alongside Mohammad Wasim. So that's the conclusion of match number 9 here at the Emirates D20. We'll take a short break and be right back with Shoaib Ahmed and the post-match awards ceremony. Stay tuned.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for the post-match presentation for the game between Fujairah and Emirates Blues. Both the teams were looking for that win desperately, especially Fujairah after being on the losing side in the game yesterday, came back strongly today and won that game against Emirates Blues. Emirates Blues winning the toss, decided to bowl first and got some early wickets as well, but then came a very strong partnership between Syed Haider Wasi Shah and Rohan Mustafa, which got them out of trouble and got them to a commanding position in that first innings, getting 188 in their allotted 20 overs. In reply, Emirates Blues started off on a decent note, but just couldn't carry on that momentum, and in the end fell short by 30 runs, and Fujairah winning that game by 30 runs indeed, and also getting the 2 points in the process. Joining me in the post-match presentation tonight is the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. He's got the player of the match memento in his hand, and this goes to one man who's a known all-rounder, always likes to come out and perform and contribute either with the bat or with the ball, or sometimes with both. It's none other than Rohan Mustafa, the player of the match. 76 runs of 45 balls and also got a wicket to his name. Complete all-round performer, is electrifying in the field as well, always an animated character. Well done, Rohan. Welcome back to UAE. You were in the US, and are you jet lagged now? Because it doesn't look like you were out of UAE for all this while.
First of all, thanks to Allah. Of course, I have a jet lag. You know, I slept by 6 o'clock at first day as well, and then we have a photo session for ILT. And again, you know, I slept by 5:30, something like that, and I came here. But to be honest, when I come to the ground, I don't care about anything. I just try to do my best for my team.
We saw that earlier in the first innings, you lost a few wickets for Fujairah as a side. So what was the plan there going in? You took your time out, but then you started to play your shots eventually.
Yes, of course. I was thinking to go for on left arm spinner, but then Wasim got out. So, you know, last match we did the same mistakes, and, you know, that's why we scored less than 135 or something like that. So I was thinking to take match till 13 overs. And after that, we have Osman, we have Amit Khan. So then in the end, we can do more score. But honestly, it was my day, wherever I want to hit, and I got hit and went for sixes.
Yeah, we saw some really good shots from your bat. Tell us, do you enjoy captaincy along with your individual performance, or you feel that you are a lot more free when you are not leading the side?
Honestly, there is nothing such like that. Of course, I enjoy my everything, but doing from a lot of time, I just want to enjoy my cricket. I want to do my best on the field. So to be honest, when you are not captain, you can do much better than that.
We enjoyed your innings tonight, and I hope that you continue in that good form. All the best for the future matches.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
As the player of the match, Rohan Mustafa. That's it from the post-match presentation. We'll get into a small break and be right back with the other two matches. So stay tuned and do not go anywhere.